Thunder Grunt Podcast Network.
Hey, it's Mound of Thunder, episode 9.
Yay!
The only show on the internet that reviews movies.
It's the only one that exists.
Finally,
somebody did it.
You know,
I'm glad we had this idea.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, why doesn't anybody talk about movies? Like, you sit there, you watch them in silence, you go home, you sleep next to your wife, not a word exchanged between you. Why isn't there a podcast for people like us?
For some mainstream entertainment that we just never discuss. It's just like humanity just kind of let...
I have opinions, right? I want to share them.
Man, I want to hear them.
Yeah, you know,
I'm on the bus.
I'm a straight white male with opinions.
Right.
You're so valuable in this society.
That's
in so many ways.
Too is I feel like if there was like review shows for movies on iTunes, which I have not confirmed yet, it's probably there's no white guy ones.
No,
so.
I mean,
Zero
White
Most
male.
of them are based in India.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
White straight
We're
male
so
movie
underrepresented
There
in
is
modern society.
If there's anything that gets me begrudgingly onto a treadmill, it is a white person's voice talking about movies.
Yeah.
Hey,
Am
now.
I right? Am I right?
It's a
You
new
are.
frontier, really. I think we're pioneering something here.
I'm running
And-
out of Siskel and Ebert
and-
YouTubes. I'm running out of them.
Well, we're pioneering it for the 9th time because we all saw Rogue One, and we're not going to talk about it yet because
We're not going to talk about it at all, the rate we're going.
No, never. We're never talking about it.
That's not what this podcast is
That's not
about.
what it's about, Rex. We're going to talk about
the banter.
white
The
male
small town
privilege.
banter.
Yeah, right. We're gonna call it, what is it? Like, we'll call it Seaman Place.
Seamless.
Semen place?
Seaman Place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Opening question for everyone. I want to hear everyone's top 5 in order Star Wars movies, including Rogue One. I know there's 8.
five?
What?
There's 8.
So
I want,
3 necessarily are
I'm
off
just-
the list
yes,
and are,
I know, 'cause I don't
are
wanna go
not
through-
Rogue One.
If Rogue One's not in the top 5, you don't say it.
This
We're
is
going to
gonna
go
be
around. Everyone's
extraordinarily
going to...
difficult for me, but all right.
Why? You guys got to do it. Just
All
do
right.
it. Well, you'll go last.
Difficult is a relative.
You
term.
We're gonna
can
start-
talk through your thinking process.
We're gonna,
honestly.
we're gonna.
Oh, boy.
I feel like John and Huey and me are probably close to already knowing what we'd say.
Okay.
Rex is last. John, we're gonna start with you. Your top 5.
See, I
How are
think
we going to go around in a circle if he's starting?
here's the
That's
thing about
insane.
it.
No,
I'm
he's
going to have
no-
to be third. There's no way. I have to be third.
We'll go Huey, me,
The
and
math
you.
just doesn't-
They don't know how we're sitting. All right,
Well, they do now.
John, go.
I base my love of Star Wars based on how much Harrison Ford doesn't give a shit.
So you don't like Star Wars?
No,
That's what he
number-
just said.
No.
Now let's
I
continue.
like Star Wars. I like Star Wars, but I like Harrison Ford's assholeness more than Star Wars.
Okay.
So number 1 is Return of the Jedi, his absolute tip top of not caring. Underneath of which is Force Awakens. And then it goes Empire.
Okay.
And then it goes the original Star Wars. And then I got to pick a 5th one, which does not include Harrison Ford. So I have to find another character who doesn't give a shit. And that character...
Christopher Lee.
That's
George Lucas.
George Lucas.
No. George Lucas.
Attack of the Clones is your number 5.
Attack of Clones.
That's
is
how
number
much you
5.
didn't give a shit. Yeah.
That's how much I don't give a fuck about your Space Baby movie. You fucking bearded 35 to 38-year-old pieces of shit. I don't give a fuck about your fantasies. Go die.
So those are John's 5.
That's a messy top 5. It's really
It's
it's
pretty-
a terribly messy
Pretty
top 5.
flawed.
Yeah.
So John does not like Star Wars.
Yeah.
Noted. Okay.
What?
That's basically a I don't like Star Wars
No,
list.
I love Ewoks.
Look,
Okay.
if you say anything negative for the next hour, you're going to be persecuted. All
That's
right?
it. It's all
I have firsthand experience of this all fucking week.
Yes.
It's
persecution.
Persecution is the right word.
Huey, go.
Probably 5. Excuse me.
John's gonna turn his phone. Man, you hate
didn't
Star
mean-
Wars
Oh my
so
God.
much.
I tipped my phone off.
You know, he took a
Don't
phone
spoil-
call
don't
during the movie. He hated Star
Don't
Wars so
spoil the
much.
podcast
Yeah,
by
but
adding
it
your own
was- It was
soundtrack.
so that I could spoil it to someone who hadn't gotten a ticket yet.
All right, Huey, go.
I'd probably go Empire, and then Original, and then Jedi, and then Force Awakens, and then the Rogue One.
Okay.
Personally,
That's fifth.
yeah, fifth.
So Rogue One. Okay.
I went.
It's your favorite prequel, easily.
I went and I watched Force Awakens right after we saw Rogue One, and I realized that I prefer that to Rogue One. I like Rogue One, but it was not it's not as good as
Right.
Force Awakens in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
Thanks.
That's close to mine.
All right. Is
Mine
yours
would, be
just-
mine would be Empire, Jedi, A New Hope. Then probably Episode 1, honestly. And then, then Force Awakens.
What?
I don't like Force Awakens.
So
that much,
you set the rule that we had to include Rogue One in the top 5.
No.
And you're saying it's
I
not
said,
in there.
including Rogue One, you can put it in there.
Oh, okay.
It didn't have to be in the top
It's not a
5.
sin
All right.
of omission.
All right.
So it's not in your top 5. It does not beat Episode 1 in your opinion.
Here's the thing: is I don't really like any of the prequels as movies very much, and I don't think I like Rogue One, but I don't love it.
Okay.
And the memory, like I've always said, the memory of Episode 1, as far as what surrounded it, makes it a good movie to me, even though I can remove myself from it. But I can
gotcha.
still watch Episode 1.
I get you. Yeah.
So you're drunk on nostalgia.
Yes,
and
for
you're
that
making
movie-
terrible choices based on that.
For that movie, absolutely, it was one of the best movie going experiences ever, except for the movie, which.
Yeah. I see what you. That's actually
That's
a really
it.
good reason.
That's the
yeah.
only movie that has that transcendence. Really, I think
Yeah.
it was that movie. So
Mm-hmm,
yeah, it kind of beats out all the Jar Jar shit. And then you watch those conspiracy theories on Jar Jar, and you're like, man, he is an evil piece of shit. And you're like, well, now it's kind of cool. And then you watch the whole thing about the romance that was
Jeez.
cut out, where it was supposed to be, it's supposed to be Obi-Wan actually was having sex
with Natalie Portman.
with Natalie Portman, and he's actually the real father, and that makes it a way better movie.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It makes all those movies extremely better. And then there's a theory that George Lucas said at one point, this was supposed to be different, but I changed it in the end because he made it worse
You know,
somehow.
I think he
Well,
just said
that
that to fuel all these conspiracy
Whatever.
theories. Like,
But
it
it
could have
does
been
make it better.
amazing, but you guys fucked it up.
It also
you know
it makes A New Hope better. It makes when they face off against each other. You were
Yeah.
fucking my chick, man.
Yeah.
You knocked up my woman.
Well,
Think about Obi-Wan is like the last thing he does is disappear. He's like, yup, and then he
Did you-
disappears into the
I
forest.
I love the part where he like touches the robe with his foot, like it's like I wanted to cut his dick off, but I can't. There's nothing in there.
They can hear it all.
All right, Rex, you're it.
well, I guess Empire because it's the best one, and I'll go with that. I like that. I'll put Episode 1 and 3 next because I have actual memories that are more recent of actually
them?
seeing them and
Okay.
enjoying at least the environment in which I saw them. And then I don't know, Return and Original would
Okay,
be the 4 and 5.
all right.
'Cause I'm not huge on them.
Casual
so like
fan.
the
Okay,
actual
yeah, very
experience
casual.
has a big impact on it.
Right.
I don't rewatch them very often. It's usually like if they're on TBS, I'll sit there from Cloud City scenes on. It's usually how it works
Dude.
out. But
I hate Episode 2 so goddamn much.
I think we
yeah, Episode 2 is pretty much trash.
Episode 2 is
That's absolutely the
it will.
bottom.
There will never
It's
be a Star Wars movies
mind-numbingly
made
bad.
that I, like you have to have like
Dizzyingly bad.
a pro Hitler Star Wars movie for me to hate it more. I hate Episode 2 so much. It's
Opening of Episode 8, Hitler kills Luke Skywalker.
Worst part of episode 2.
the Coliseum scene.
Coliseum.
Really?
Dude, think about it. Like I've said, that Coliseum scene, it should be the coolest scene in the history of film. You've got a fucking Coliseum full of bugs, and they're watching robots fight Jedis, and it is the lamest pile of shit.
And there's like a giant, like quadrupedal monster that looks like a.
On paper,
Yeah, it's
that's
like-
just the coolest thing that ever happened in the history of cinema, and it sucks so goddamn much. It starts out with fucking Samuel Jackson going, "This party's over," and then the whole thing is shit to a degree. It looks like a grandmother directed it.
It looks like a Sega CD cutscene.
Yes, yes. That's just
Yeah.
one of the problems of that movie, and that is, how's that not amazing?
Doesn't it bother you that he gets
Yes.
a key piece of information by a huge monster that's in a Johnny Rockets in space?
Oh man.
That's the
Yes.
part that got me.
Some
I was
fat
like-
guy.
I was like, God damn it! You just made this about a Johnny Rockets that you probably go to every Wednesday. You fat fuck.
Also, it
I'm gonna
doesn't.
put you in my movie. Watch for the tentacle monster in the diner. That's
Also-
look in the
but wait,
background.
is
There's
episode
that
1 or
bomb
2
that
that-
steal you.
Which episode canonizes ETs?
That's episode
Episode 2.
2.
Is it
Yeah.
episode
Is it-
2?
yeah,
So episode
that's-
2 does make E.T.
Happen.
in the Star Wars universe.
finally
Is it
see
really?
the Senate.
I don't
Yeah.
remember that part.
Yeah.
I also
Yeah,
watched this on a
they're-
DVD at my brother's house, I think with the sound mostly down.
No, he's
so-
not in it. He's just they're in the wide shots of all the different
Yeah.
races.
Oh,
and
he's
ETs are in there,
That's
and
why he
then-
sees Yoda and says home.
That's why E.T. can apparently move stuff. It's because he might.
Because he
Ah,
can
good.
force
Might be
sensitive.
Force sensitive.
Oh, I just thought Yoda was really old, and that's why he was tiny.
I don't know.
He's like,
Well, he's-
like
No,
600.
there's other Yodas. There's other Yodas.
No,
okay.
Yoda is a member of the unknown race.
An unknown race,
Yeah, we don't
but there's
know.
other
race,
like
okay.
of him. Anyway, enough Star Wars shit.
Yeah, let's talk about Star Wars.
Let's
talk
get a
about
Star
Star
Wars. Not
now that-
sirloin. Let's have some porterhouse.
The reason I wanted to do that is because anyone listening will now understand where all of us are coming from.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
You know what I mean? I
that
think it's important
we
here.
lovingly started talking about the prequels just now.
Dude, I could lovingly talk about the prequels over Force Awakens easily.
Oh man, yeah. Let's get
Oh,
into it.
yeah.
I like
Do you
them
wanna
a lot
actually
more
talk
than I
about
like
it?
these last
Yeah.
two.
Force
Yeah.
Awakens has no balls.
It really doesn't.
Straight
That's
up.
true.
There's no
Yeah.
balls.
Well,
It's
the
not
stakes
nothing
are-
new.
Well,
the
there is that
stakes
one
are
ball.
weak.
Stakes are weak. No
He's good.
balls. It's nothing new.
One ball.
Prequels are badly shot, badly acted, badly directed, but God knows they're trying something else. They are. They are. They're not like the other three movies.
Yeah, because they don't follow
They're
any
a mess.
structure or logic whatsoever.
No, they don't. And that's what I'm saying. I'd rather watch a mess, just like I'm on bonus disc or something. I'm watching. You know what I mean?
Yeah, at
It's
least
more
a mess can be interesting. at
Right,
times.
right.
Yeah.
Force Awakens, it's like you're giving me the
Beat
same
for
hand
beat,
job I
beat
had
for beat,
before,
yeah.
man.
Oh, exactly. Yeah,
It's the same
totally.
hand job.
Completely.
Done.
Which is my problem with Rogue One.
Okay, well let's.
Well,
Okay,
Let's
Should
sink
we
our
get
teeth
into
into
it, or-
this. Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
Rogue One is
Explain that what you just said.
Okay.
Explain what you just said.
what I'm saying is I'm tired of this microwave rehashing of things that I love based on a story that is inoffensive, not going anywhere. They can't even tell a simple story correctly because all they're doing is throwing fan service on top of what appears to be a video game structure. And it drives me fucking insane. None of the choices are earned. None of the payoffs happen because nothing's set up. And you don't give a fuck about any character in a movie where everybody dies. Spoiler alert.
It's almost exactly the same as The Thing, like I said before. The Thing 2011.
No, the thing is good.
No, The Thing
No, the
2011.
remake.
2011? Oh, that's
2011.
terrible.
Yeah, the one where they.
No, yeah, but it's like here's this movie that you know how it's gonna end. It kind of doesn't have any characters in it, but it's this great fucking DVD extra feature. Like, you want to know how it got here? Well, here it is. Here's 90 minutes of it getting there, and you're like, wow. Well, that all happened, and that's
Yeah.
how it is. It just happened to not be that good.
Yeah.
For a story like that is that insignificant in scale.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, wouldn't you make it character driven? Wouldn't you like maybe invest in the life of this woman? Like, even if she does die at the end, I should give a shit, right? Isn't that what this movie's about?
Yeah.
Well,
I feel
let's
like
talk-
halfway through it, just decided to stop following anybody.
Let's
it was
talk
just like
for a
whoever the
second-
fuck is in front of the camera is the main character right now.
Let's talk for a second about Gareth Edwards, because I mean, I obviously made fun of him a lot. Over the
I'm not a
past week.
fan.
Right. If you, like I said, the comparisons to Godzilla are out the ass on this one. It doesn't have the same screenwriters, which is weird to me because
But
I feel like
the
in
beats-
both movies, if you guys seen Godzilla,
I have not.
you have not.
I saw
You saw Godzilla. Okay, so in Godzilla Rex, Bryan Cranston is in all the trailers. He's in
Yep.
all the advertising. He's like the headlining fucking actor. Well, spoiler alert: Bryan Cranston dies in the first act,
Oh shit.
just like Forrest
Forrest
Whitaker.
Whitaker.
Yeah, yeah.
The guy who you thought was gonna be like the main fucking
Like the
heavy
Obi-Wan
of this
character.
movie,
The
Yeah,
only
yeah.
person who gave any thrust or through line to the
to the
entire
whole
trailer.
thing,
Yeah.
gone.
Did
And
he
it-
also just decide he was gonna be dead in a minute?
Yes.
And it was
Yeah,
just
actually-
like too
Out of
lazy to
character
just walk
and-
down a fucking staircase.
It's actually no. His Forrest Whitaker dies worse than Bryan Cranston had a reason to die in Godzilla.
Okay.
In this movie,
he wasn't
yeah.
just like, no,
Well, no,
I'm gonna be dead now.
Bryan Cranston is just on a platform that falls and a monster steps on him.
Sort of.
So it's not like a big.
Is there like
No,
a
you're
fart
thinking
sound
of-
when it happens?
No, he dies in like the containment unit, right? I thought he died.
No.
That's his wife.
That's his
That's
wife.
his wife,
dies.
right, yeah,
he
yeah.
just
He
is
just
on,
dies
the
on the
platform
platform,
and
right.
falls and dies.
Yeah.
Either way, he's gone. He's out of the movie.
Yeah.
And then we're left with a lead who's a piece of wood.
Yes.
Sure.
It's literally
exactly
the same
movie.
problem that happens. Yeah, it's is that him doing it?
With how
It's
much?
gotta be. Dude, tell me 3 things about the main character of the story.
She's a
And it might be a trick
female.
question because you don't know who I'm talking about.
She loves her dad, sort of. She has 2 dads.
Her dad loves her. That's
Her surrogate
both
father.
dads
Both dads
abandoned her.
abandoned her.
Apparently, she went to a crystal store when she was 9.
yeah, for all the payoff that.
I said to Huey in the car, I was like, the movie should have just been about Mads Mikkelsen, and it should have been about him just working for the Empire and realizing he wants to rebel. And that's, and that go from there. You know what I mean?
And we were like, that solves.
And Huey's like, dude, you just got rid of like 4 or 5 characters that are useless as hell. I was like, yeah I did. I completely just did.
It's like 7 Samurai if you're only introduced to 2 of them.
Yeah.
Like,
Wouldn't you rather watch a movie with Mads Mikkelsen and the 2 Asian guys and the droid? That's the main characters.
sure.
Yeah, Mads Mikkelsen works for the Empire, so he could have presumably had a droid
That
was
works
that
exactly
would have
the
worked for
same
him.
as
That was
that.
exactly the same as that. And I mean, it's
That's
just
pretty
all-
good.
Yeah.
Now,
At least they could have beefed up that one guy's role with the white cape that looked like the carnival director from the Love Boat.
You mean the bad guy?
Yeah, the bad guy
What's
who ends
his name?
Who ends up in the Grand Inquisitor or whatever the fuck his name is.
I didn't look it up or anything.
But-
I don't care.
But
dude,
fuck
why
this-
would you? What the
He's
hell does
just
he
some
add to the
dude.
mythos of Star Wars? Some guy didn't get his shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
by the
That's
third.
what the hell is that story in the middle of
I don't
this?
know.
By the third
so
act, he becomes
mind- like,
Billy Zane and
goes nowhere.
Titanic. It's fucked up.
To me, I'm sure you guys will agree. Grand Moff Tarkin, fine, everything. He's great in the
His
originals.
scary death
But
mask.
he's almost, to me, just as bad. I hate Boba Fett, if you didn't know this. I hate
Yeah,
Boba Fett
he's useless.
Oh,
Yeah.
because Boba Fett doesn't have any screen time and he just doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
There's
sure.
no
He
reason
dies.
to actually
Yeah.
love Boba Fett. I don't care.
It's like in a video game.
Yeah, and so bringing back Tarkin is just like, okay, he's talking in a room.
And as you pointed out,
Why
earlier,
are we-
Tarkin takes away from the main bad guy?
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
he
More time
absolutely
spent
does.
with him would have been nice.
How great would it
That's
been?
fan service killing.
What if they use the actor from BFG? Like he looks like fucking Tarkin.
or
Why
just
don't
not have that character? Don't have that character.
Yeah.
You know you can just write
It's like-
anything you
yeah,
want.
It's an
not-
empire. It's an
Yeah.
empire.
Right.
Why are we involved in the same 3 people we already know?
Right. Yeah.
How big? This has kind of bugged me because they go to like an empire planet at one point. I'm like, is there anybody actually in the empire that is not actively on a ship wearing a stormtrooper outfit or one of these 3 people? Because we never ever see them.
Are there just
And there's presumably a whole planet
Yeah.
that's under empire rule. There's nobody on it. Like, is there
That's
an
more of a-
empire, or
okay,
is it
I
just
see
a
what
bunch
you're
of
saying.
assholes flying around in ships?
That's more of a
You know
Star
what I mean?
Wars
Like,
problem than it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rogue
But
One
yeah,
problem.
but then again,
you're right,
that would have
there's
given
not
us a
people.
sense.
There's not Republicans.
If they
Yeah.
actually had to go down to
Yeah.
a fucking planet that was all
Right, and that was
Empire
where the
run,
whole third
and
act took
everybody was
place, and
fine
nobody-
with the Empire.
It's just here's
Yeah.
some more assholes in suits.
People
Like,
vote. 60 million people voted for Trump. There has got to be people who are like,
yeah,
oh,
the
we're
Empire's
with the
pretty-
Empire,
yeah.
actually.
Well, like the empire has to
know?
rule
You know what I
something,
mean?
right? Like an empire is a
There's gotta
monarchy
be
over a
morons.
class of people, right?
Yeah.
Where the fuck are those people? Are they all contractors?
If we go like the parallel of our world to theirs, there's got to be people who like would watch on live feed Darth Vader choking someone to death and be like, "Oh, I'm voting for him."
Yeah.
That's badass.
yeah, right. There's got to be people that are
Yeah,
just
I
like,
know you
hey,
like Hillary Clinton, but
He just
guy
tells us
can
like
that
stand
Amidala
there
bitch
6
up.
feet in a room.
yeah. So you're right. They don't show like the civilization of the Empire.
And that was like a perfectly good opportunity to do it. Like you're on planet side for
Dude,
an
the
hour.
Empire is just an army.
Yeah,
It's just
pretty-
an army. That's
okay,
what it is. It's
fine.
an army. That's something you got to accept. It's just what
Why
it
is their whole alliance just trying to stop an army? You're like, what the fuck is going on?
It's like
I had a better
peasants.
sense of what was happening in the original trilogy. This one was just like, you know what's going on. You know what I mean? I'm like, who the fuck are all these people? People kept cheering in the audience. I'm like, what is happening that's even noteworthy right now? Like, you're
Grandma
seeing the
talking.
exact same scene from another movie when we get up to the third act. It's just like, here's the leaders being in a plane.
Is this a
I
problem?
don't know.
Is this a
It's
problem?
a lot of fan service and not a lot of story to go with it.
Is this a problem of having a story that's already a foregone conclusion? There's no stakes. There's
They
literally
could have
just
escaped if they, like,
I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
I could see them be
They
feasibly.
could have beaten the Spaceballs.
There could have been a
generator.
love story
Yeah,
with
I
like
know.
fake Han Solo and our new female lead, Block of Wood #2, where they fall in love and fucking escape and
Yeah.
leave. You know, like there's
They
a
could have
story
had
to be
parallel
told. If it's
stories.
Also-
if you want to
Yeah.
do like an indie film shot in Star Wars, like
I don't understand.
where's the fucking story?
At no point did we have to
You
know.
have to have somebody who's interesting.
At no point did it say in the like advertising that everyone was gonna die.
No.
Like I didn't really.
Well, I would hope not. That's the end of the movie. I mean,
No, that's what I'm saying is though, like that you could still have stakes in this movie. Like no one had to die.
Right.
You know, like they still killed everybody, which I thought was maybe my favorite part of the movie. Not because I hate them. I was just like, well, that was a major budget Star Wars movie that just where the whole cast just died.
Yeah.
Which
You
is-
don't see that.
We don't get
You don't
that.
see that
You'll
very
never
often.
see that.
Right,
yeah.
right, right.
That was like the one thing I was like, okay, good, because you know what? It
Sure.
felt so. That was the thing about this movie that felt different. Because I'm used to, now we're just so used to these big budget movies. It's just like, well, there's gonna be more.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
you wait. So it was nice that everyone perished.
Yeah.
I was
Wait a
like,
minute.
and that's it. Rogue One goes away forever. It is what it is.
Right.
And
right.
we're over. And if
Unless
you
we
don't
get a
like-
prequel of that, in which we get to find out why the fuck we care about Forrest Whitaker
or Mads Mikkelsen
or
yeah.
anybody.
Or how a droid can kill 20 stormtroopers. They built the damn things. Are you kidding me?
'Cause he was programmed
He
to
programmed to be insanely better at handling a gun. What did? Come
He's
on.
programmed
It's a
to
machine.
fight. I don't know.
What did it get better at moving its arm? Come on.
I'm fine with that.
All right.
If he's programmed to fight,
He's the main character.
it
It's
doesn't
fine.
matter.
It's just. It's
Are
kinda,
we really going to
kinda
argue
silly.
assault droids in a baby space movie, whether they work or don't work?
But this movie,
Shit.
this movie wasn't for kids.
I don't know.
Let's talk about that.
This
for a
movie's
second.
all about minutia and fucking stupid little details. Why
But
not
this
talk
movie's
about
not
this
for
shit?
kids.
Yeah.
Right,
Name
guys?
Name 4 characters.
It has.
No,
it-
this
I feel
is
like
not for kids.
It's for people
That's
who.
the difference.
It's for
Yeah,
people
which is bad.
who kind of
Yeah,
grew
Star
up with
Wars.
Star Wars. It's like
Yeah,
it's a,
yeah.
It's a movie built.
It's like,
to
did you
be
like
fan
reading the
service.
back of the boxes of your toys? Like, this movie's for you. Did you?
It's-
you know, it's like here's some people in a slightly different situation.
It's
Enjoy.
kind no. It's the
don't
movie
know.
for like edgelords in their basement that love Star Wars and they're 45.
Sure.
That's what the movie
Uh-huh.
is.
Well,
You know.
That's,
We talked
there's
about
enough
this.
of them, I guess.
Like one of the reasons I like it is because I like universe building, and this did a lot of that. Like there's just more padding on of what's already there,
Sure.
and I like that stuff. So I always like to hear like more about what's like now we get these shore troopers, the ones that look different, and all that stuff. I like that kind of crap.
Huey, I
Sure,
would
sure.
have really liked
a lot
it
of that
if
in
it was
here, too.
more galaxy building instead of going to 80 fucking planets and doing one thing. I wish it wasn't like that.
Look, every planet has one temperate zone for the whole thing. That's all you need to know.
It's like zones in Sonic games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the ice cap
City.
world. This is the lava zone world.
This is obviously Iceland. This is,
Oh
A lot
man.
of these look like separate places on Earth.
this is
damn it.
Darth Vader's house on a lava planet, even though that's kind of a trigger warning for
Hey,
him.
save a ton in heating. Save a ton.
And why would he want to live there? It's so terrible.
He's like, man,
Every time I
So-
go outside.
guy likes punishment.
The disparity between all of us is Huey. You almost loved it.
I liked it a lot. I did.
Liked it a lot. I liked it.
Wait a minute. Why
A
are
low
you
like.
tempering your love?
And
Not
because I
temporary.
didn't.
He's always been saying the same
when
thing.
Bob and I left, I've been pretty much. I fall just short of loving it, but I liked it a lot.
Okay.
It's yeah. I like it. Low like, but I like it.
Give it a
It's
low like.
It's a low like.
And
It's
you're
like a
4
B-
out of
it's
10 like.
like a B
you're a
minus.
low
Yeah,
hate,
all right.
minus.
That's
and
not
you're a
that bad.
high hate,
You
right?
two
Like
It's not a high hate.
suck.
It's just it's
Dude, such
boring.
cheap
I was just like
dates, man.
I
indifferent
guess,
to it. You
dude.
know,
So cheap.
it's
dates.
indifferent.
There's so
Yeah.
much wrong with it. I mean, like I like it about as much as I do Godzilla.
What character did you most sympathize with?
Easily the Donnie Yen.
Really?
Yes, those guys were awesome.
Zatoichi.
Yeah.
Those guys were pretty cool.
Those were the reason I like the movie. I'll go see a movie just for characters, and those guys, I would see it for them
Yeah,
again.
that
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
great if they had their own movie. Because
Yes, it sucks that
didn't-
they don't have more. I get it. I just they're awesome in my mind.
Yeah.
In my mind, when I build out the world in my mind, I'm like, those guys are
let's
great.
just
sure,
think,
sure.
though, these are great, awesome characters that have weird karate powers, and one is just a galoot with a machine gun. But in this movie, where they're going on a suicide mission on a planet where a guy can't see switches, can't see if he's being seen. That's problematic, I think. If you're if
I
you're
guess.
going around and you're blind and you're hoping nobody sees you.
I mean, they're not gonna they don't care. They're at the end of their fucking rope. They're like, anyone that wants to get on that ship to go fight, they're gonna let them fight. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They're not all like, let's logically see who shouldn't be there. Also,
Well,
he
everybody
was a better
takes a turn.
fighter than half of them.
Yeah, he took out
Most
so
of
many
those people were
dudes.
chaff, dude. They're just fucking people. It's getting just here, shove them forward to get into the laser plants. Feed them to them.
I like seeing somebody who's not a Jedi do something with the Force. Like he can't do anything overtly with it, but he can sort of feel his way around. I like that. That was neat. That was a really cool thing to see.
Loved having a movie with not a single Jedi.
Not a Jedi in sight.
Loved that part.
That was cool.
I would have really liked it if he could move a switch with his mind from 30 feet away. That would be good. Then he might be in other sequels.
Yeah, I mean, like Silent Bob can do that, for God's sake.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I know. Silent Bob can make a videotape.
That was just somebody knocking the thing.
Nah, come on. You don't believe in anything.
Come on.
Come on. Well, he did do it in Strike Back. You're right.
That's right.
So there you go. Whatever. That's basically a parody. Anyway,
Well,
on paper, Rogue One is my favorite Star Wars movie, I think. You know what I mean? Like, on paper, if you
Sure.
describe it to me,
Yeah,
I
I'd
was
be like,
I was psyched to see this.
Yeah,
Man. I was like,
on
this
paper,
doesn't have any of the
it's-
bullshit to go along with it. They can do with the tone whatever they
They
want.
can do whatever they want,
They do whatever
yeah.
they want. And they made like fucking episode 3.5. Like tone wise, just the third act really fucking ruined it for me, man. It got so goddamn boring at the end. It's like a 30-minute long IT fetch quest. It's like a fucking video game.
your
You basically watch
reaction is
people-
like the opposite of every Star
I know,
Wars fan.
right?
It's awesome.
I don't
Yeah.
get it. We watched a person plug in an Ethernet and download a file with Wi-Fi. That was what took 25 minutes on a beach. Like, I'm like, what the hell am I
The
looking
top
at,
of a
man?
tower on a beach.
This is madness. What is this?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, everyone else is like coming.
Yeah.
like,
I'm like, how many stormtroopers gonna get shot by lasers before they just stop and do something different? Like, fuck.
I like
18
I like the
cutaways
last
to
act.
stormtroopers.
I mean,
just
yes,
like,
it's devoid of
shit.
characters, and the only thing I care about
so
once again is
dull.
Donnie Yen and the gunner guy.
Would you?
Yeah.
Would you?
and the droid. The
droid.
When they died,
Oh, sure, you
I
can't not like
cared.
the droid.
Would you care
That's
about?
when the movie shined. Is when they died. I was like,
Are you
no.
saying you didn't
Yeah,
care
yeah.
when the pilot sacrificed himself?
dude? Fuck
If you
that
could,
pilot.
by that
Who?
time, tell him apart from Cassian. Why the fuck are they both in this movie? It's mad, dude.
The
like,
pilot's the only name I can remember, and that is Bodhi.
Because there's two seats and,
And
you need
that's-
two pilots.
Bodine?
Bodhi.
A Bodhi.
Yeah.
Okay.
And your
who is
Cassian,
that?
that's the pilot. That's the Imperial pilot.
He had a name.
I thought it
Bodhi.
was Cassian.
No, wait, Cassian's the rebel dude.
He's Han Solo in this
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. And
Wait,
Bo-
Prince
Every movie
Caspian
needs
from
a Han Solo.
Yeah.
the
Dawn
Lion, the Witch,
Treader.
the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Because every Star Wars movie needs two main characters, one who is Han Solo and one who is someone else.
But he was so
That's true.
not Han Solo.
No, he wasn't.
Was barely
He's a piece
there.
of shit.
Dude, he is a ghost of the movie.
He's-
I'm like,
and he takes up so much fucking time. It's crazy. We could have gotten to know what's her name. I don't know what it is.
I can't remember her name either. I really can't.
Kai,
Jin.
Jin,
Jin.
Jin.
Yeah.
right? Jin.
Sure, that was one of her Stardust.
Wait.
Isn't
She
that
has
the-
like four names. I
Star-
swear to God,
Stardust-
she
Jin's the last
identifies
name,
with at
isn't
least
it?
four names.
Stardust
Sure.
is her dad's nickname.
Right, like her
for
nickname.
right.
But she has like some other pseudonym in the beginning, and then she's Jin. I swear to God, when she introduces herself at the end before killing the guy in the white cape, she says something else.
No, she had an alias.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, I'm spending all this movie like, what is your fuck? Just pick one. God damn it! You're only gonna be in this movie for 20 minutes. Pick a name.
I
Shit.
could definitely say
Then we can
for
work
doing.
on traits.
Can't
could
you
say from-
differentiate your
God.
characters with how many tire gauges they have on their sleeve?
yeah,
You fucking asshole.
How many silver pens they have in their front pockets?
How many space
I can.
beds?
I can definitely attest from doing bonus disc that one of the main characteristics of bad movies is not knowing who anyone's name is.
Yeah,
Like, I don't
man.
know why. Just like, wait, what were they called? Like, no one can ever. We don't
only
ever
the-
know their name.
If only this movie was made in a series that could tell you information like this in a crawl in the beginning that everybody would expect and love.
Yeah, you
That was
do a lot of
odd.
exposition.
People
you
were
don't-
like, "What the fuck?" in
Yeah,
the
people
theaters.
were pissed.
People were
But-
pissed off.
I think that was necessary.
Well,
I think,
they said they didn't. If it's not like one of the primary ones going
Yeah,
on, they're
yeah,
not
sure,
gonna put
sure.
a crawl.
but it really, why wasn't
Don't
it?
you-
Seriously though,
But it's
if-
like
if
a
you
movie
think-
taking place in a universe. Like you can catch people up. You know what I mean? Like
I-
recap pages.
But no, I'm
are
saying
not-
is why is this
that
a Star
weird.
Wars story? I get what they're trying to do here, but why? I mean, I thought I was walking into a movie that would be very far removed from the original trilogy. That's what I thought I was walking into.
I did too. I thought
I
that we
didn't
wouldn't
know-
hear about any of the characters that we know
right.
about.
I was not expecting all the fan service. I wasn't even expecting to hit for it to bump fucking New Hope.
And
I didn't
it's-
even expect that.
It's
Right.
literally like the
Right
end, the
there.
last line.
last half of it's like
is-
the prequel to A New Hope.
She might as well have said
A New Hope.
Dude, Leo
Yeah.
said that.
And then like R2's head comes out. It's like bop, 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 bop,
Oh, R2, you always know exactly what to say.
But I expected it to be like this happened like months before we get to A New Hope. You know what I mean? Like I was expecting some story that about them getting this information, and then
Yeah.
A New Hope happens in the distant, slightly distant near future type thing. But no, this was like way closer to everything. I was like, why is this a story?
This is happening.
I thought a Star Wars story was supposed to be some distant, non-connected thing about this universe. Then you get to use the Force and Jedis and the whole world and all the aesthetic.
Yes.
Which
But
I'm
this-
hoping they do eventually.
You know,
Well, yeah, there's a new one coming out like every year now. There's
Yeah,
one with
yeah,
Boba Fett,
it's gonna
young Han
switch.
Solo,
It's gonna
and-
switch. It's gonna be
Right,
like,
right. Alternate with.
like a primary
But
story,
see,
and then
that I don't want those either. You know what I mean? I want just stuff that we've never heard of in
Yeah.
the universe.
Yeah. No, totally.
And if you want to throw in one fan service thing, you can. Like, oh, Darth Vader. You know, it's fine.
Sure.
you know we're gonna get a Boba Fett movie. I mean, there's no
Yeah.
doubt.
It's already.
Dude, it's printing money.
Is it already? Oh, of course.
printing money.
Jesus.
It's already out.
Fucking Mandalorians.
Good. We
just
need
get
a
out
Boba
over.
Fett movie because the guy has been in nothing
He's useless.
for 40 years. He's had no fucking character.
Well, there's no guarantee that he'll have any more coming
That's
out
true.
of another movie.
Well,
I can't wait for
Gareth
the.
Edwards isn't
I
doing
can't
it.
wait for the Greedo movie.
Oh boy.
I wonder whatever happens to that guy.
Just follow the band from
It's a whole
Mos
movie of him
Eisley
training to
Cantina
shoot,
around.
and he keeps going
They
too
like start
slow.
busking around the universe.
Yeah, I mean, I just want more movies that have nothing to do with the main storyline.
I do
Sure.
too.
I can't wait for the Rancor movie. Like, how do you
The
get in that
Porkins
cage?
movie.
Porkins
A
movie?
Porkins
I can't wait. I
movie.
can't wait for the Fast and Furious movie set in the Star Wars universe.
See, Porkins' wife dies, and that's why he anesthetizes himself with food.
Jesus God.
Jesus, man, Porkins.
I mean, they might as well just like marvel
Give me
this
more
shit up.
protein blocks.
Give me sitcoms and shit that happen in this world.
I mean,
Is that all
that's
they
kind of. I don't know. I feel like that might kind of be the
That's all
problem
you-
that I'm having with this. It is kind of like I'm like, this is like Guardians of the Galaxy, but nobody's having any fun.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy is like the best Star Wars movie since Jedi.
I don't,
Yeah,
There's
easily.
charismatic leads. People
Yeah.
tell jokes. People laugh at those jokes in the movie.
Yeah, it's a way
There's
better
levity.
Star
Not
Wars
that Star
movie.
Wars needs to be that, but it's like, can they not all like you're not doing Jedis? Do they have to be blocks of wood anyway?
can I point out that Star Wars is funny? It has
Yeah.
moments of levity, and this
Totally.
had zero except for the
But
robot.
I don't. Okay,
This was
see,
a really
now,
grim
that's something to talk
chapter.
about.
Oh.
Is because this was not supposed to be that.
Right.
That is something we need to like. I was trying to address before. Is this is a Star Wars story? Every Star Wars story is going to have a different director,
Sure.
and it's not going to have the opening crawl that differentiates. Like the tone is not that.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
That is what this is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Also-
yeah.
Yeah,
do we
so I
hate
don't
it?
have a problem with that. You know what I mean? Like
And it
that's
gets,
fine.
it has moments of living up to that. Like it's suddenly shot like a World War II film.
It's beautifully
You know,
shot.
like it's,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
gorgeous.
I could
and
look the
it's-
fuck.
nothing wrong
I could
with it.
look at it all day.
Yeah.
Everything, every single thing, like visually, I
it's
love.
beautiful.
Sure,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely
gorgeous.
gorgeous.
Star Wars
know what?
looks pretty good
Leads-
when you compose the shots.
This is also like, not to beat up on it for what it doesn't have, but like the complete lack of a love story seems like a huge missed opportunity. You have two young, charismatic leads that have to spend the whole fucking movie together and die in each other's arms, and there's nothing.
Rex, you
you
can't
replace it
have-
with what? A bunch
You
of fucking
can't
space
have a
politics.
love story anymore. Chinese audiences can't be all horned up.
The first Star Wars,
can only have one
had
baby,
fucking a
Rex.
guy falling in love with his sister. You can't have two. Like
I don't know.
it was like an integral part of the first trilogy. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
think
it's not
my
like
complaint is different than
untouched-
yours. My complaint is just get rid of characters. I want to delete.
There's definitely needs to be less.
my
characters.
solution is always
Absolutely.
deleting things. Like
Sure, sure.
and
Cassian,
Cassian?
Cassio man.
Cassiopea.
the French
Cassio.
dude.
Cassiopeia.
He needs to
He's
be
Diego
excised.
Rivera.
Cassiopea.
He's from Spain.
He needs to be excised so painfully from this movie. He is
Yeah,
like
man.
a cancer on this fucking movie.
I'm glad
I
they
hate
gave him
every
so
scene
much
he's in.
expository dialogue whispered.
I
loved
hate
What,
him.
what was that?
I hate him as a character.
Something you told me to remind you to say is what this movie needs desperately is a campfire scene.
Yeah.
And it does not have
Oh,
one.
absolutely
know
right,
everybody.
John.
Yes.
I know you agree.
Yes.
It needs a scene where they all just sit down and get to know each other.
Yeah.
because that never fucking happens.
Yeah. How
They
about
never have a
They're in
moment where
cramped ship twice, and they
Yeah.
never even introduce each other.
they never have the
They're just
moment
like,
where
"Here's a
they
bunch
go
of assholes
drinking
on ship.
or they
Let's
know who
go
they
do
are
something."
or they're like, "Hey,
There's
buddy,
never-
we're buddies now.
Yeah, right.
Let's
or
be friends."
Tell me why you're in the rebellion.
right.
Yeah.
Now I
Something.
know.
Isn't
now
there,
I got
like-
backstory. Now I know
Nothing.
stakes.
The rebellion
Nothing.
feels like such window dressing in this movie, and it just makes them all look like weak, incompetent fools that have just fucking bumbled their way into A New Hope. Like, All right,
By
you've
the
been
way-
there since you were 6. Why do we care? Like, have you done anything other than kill people? Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck
she's
is this?
she's like a
doesn't-
criminal. Like,
Just
Yeah,
finish-
is she? Like, she was in jail in the very
dude,
beginning.
I don't
right?
even understand her story.
I don't
exactly.
understand the first 20
Why
minutes.
did
I'm
he
like,
abandon her? I got to see it again.
Dude,
I'm
yeah.
gonna see it again. But
the first 20 minutes are like indecipherable.
Yeah,
like, chronologically, man.
I
I
don't
was like
understand.
having such a hard time.
He like saves her and then abandons her because she's a criminal. Is that what happened?
I have no, dude. They jump back and forth so many times, so
Wait.
unnecessarily
Who
in the
abandons?
beginning.
Wait. Who abandons who because they're a criminal?
Well, her,
He
Mads
saves.
Mikkelsen
He's
abandons her.
Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker
And-
takes her.
Gyra. What is his fucking
Saw Gerrera.
name? Saul Guerrero.
Saul-
Sounds like somebody hosting like a
Man.
Sunday
See,
evangelist TV
Dude,
show.
no, that is like
Guevara.
somebody saying Che Guevara with a mouthful
Che
of fucking like
Guevara.
cauliflower or something.
Was he the model with the huge ass? She was like Brazilian or something. Pia Guerra. Vita Guerra. There it
No.
is.
He is
All
Adora.
right, so he plays
He has
Vita
a-
Guerra.
He plays Pia Zadora.
He's Adora.
And he saves her.
Yes,
She apparently grows up.
yes, and he
Becomes a
conscripts her
thief.
into becoming. No, he trained her
he
to
trained-
be this thing, and then he just bailed on
Trained
her.
her to do what?
That's just like
Be
what's-
some sort of crazy insurgent because that's all he is.
But she doesn't display any real. She's not a fighter.
Skill.
Oh, dude, she beat up 3 dudes
has
in a transport. Remember that? When they first unlock her, she's going on that weird like.
But do you feel like that was part of her character? I don't feel like I look at her as a warrior.
At no point did I really feel like beyond that point.
Beyond her like spirit, which was supposed to be there, that was her thing. It was like her spirit of not quitting. It wasn't like she's Ripley or some shit. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
yeah,
right.
You're
Yeah.
not a ninja because you punched 3 people who didn't
She's
expect
not.
you to
She's
punch.
not
Yeah.
a warrior.
Yeah.
She's not a fucking.
That's
she's not
like-
a soldier.
That's
She's
like
not a Jedi. She doesn't believe in anything.
They
She's
make
only
a
like
big point of that, like that.
She's
she's
Patty
fighting
Hearst.
for her father.
She's
That's it.
Patty Hearst.
Yeah.
Her power in this movie, she is driven by making
Patty
things
Hearst.
right for her father. That's what she's driven by.
And the rebellion wants her exactly
yeah.
for that, and
about
then
it.
they call her a liar and don't want to do her plan. Do you
Yeah,
like?
because
I don't.
she's. What purpose would she have to lie? Like what? Like
What else? What reason would they have to bring her there other than exactly what they're talking about?
They're going-
I was just like, man, they're really just trying to drum up drama to get to
Listen,
this third act and make it an act of rebellion. Because it's just like, what? This was the fucking plan, wasn't it? Like,
The plot-
that whole part just, I was like, what is even happening now?
The plot is that she could be used against her father's leverage to recheck all the air vents again.
Why is he being assassinated in a scene in which he is being killed by every other thing in the scene?
Okay, let me
Yeah.
ask you something
oh
here
man,
too.
that's
Now-
true. Like everything
Every
was.
thing in that scene was
help
there
me
to
on
kill
this.
him.
Help me on this. Now, if you're gonna send a message to your daughter, he sent the message that there is something wrong with the Death Star,
Yes.
right? Why didn't he just send a message of where that hole was?
Like, how complicated is the outside of the Death Star?
Well, no,
that he
well,
needs,
that's what I'm saying.
specific
Like,
plans. Is
if
that
he
what you're
just said
saying?
like the left quadrant exhaust
just
port,
explain
shoot a
where it
missile
is.
in there,
I
and the whole
think-
thing could blow up.
I think
Yeah.
the reason they didn't do that is because
I know there's a lot of reasons why they didn't, but
if the pilot failed and he got caught, the Empire didn't know where that was. He only knew where that was. So
right.
that if,
so
if,
then
if,
they would know it and they could fix
then
it.
they would know and they could prepare for that sort of eventuality if somebody.
right.
I think
But
they
the
did
pilot
it.
was a human holding information, so he could just never say it unless the
But
right
he
people.
didn't know that. Like he's like, hey guys, there's something.
He got
No, what I'm
mind-fucked
telling you
by
is
a
how come
squid.
Mads Mikkelsen
Yeah.
didn't say the message that he sent out, which will require no data transfer, would be the Death Star will explode if this exhaust port has a missile shot into it.
Because they'll fix it. He built it.
But he just needs to get that information.
Do you think there was
to
enough
you understand what I'm
space?
saying?
Well, wait,
Does
do
anyone
you
understand
think
what
there
I'm
was
saying?
I understand what you're saying. You're saying that he just needs to get that information out to somebody important. But if that gets
Privately. He just needs that to get to his daughter.
Was there enough space in the hologram for vector graphics? That's what I want to know.
Dude, man, all right. I know
really
this is
feel
Star
like what I
Wars
just
and all,
said
but
is
we
a much
watch
bigger
him.
problem, but okay.
Okay.
Like,
I
isn't it a
really
little
feel
weird
like-
that he gets tipped off by a hologram, so you have to go find a VCR tape, like a VHS tape in a fucking column, like in a hard, like you couldn't find a more tactile, old school way of having a piece of information.
Yeah.
Like
the minute
the
I don't mind
disparity
that.
of like what
I
the
think-
hell is like this is so random.
Some of the
This
stuff
whole
you're
thing.
saying though is you could just
You know what I mean?
could just-
Like
that's just
he could have
movie
just uploaded
mechanics.
it with the fucking
That's just movie
Hologram.
Why
mechanics.
did you
mean,
just
like-
have a hologram of him holding a grapefruit?
Kind of just being like, it's kind of like
you
right
guys
here.
complain
it's like
about
a little-
some stuff, and it's just movie stuff. It's just movie stuff.
I know.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
That doesn't. You can complain about that from the original movies.
Sure.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff in those movies. You can be like,
Sure.
Why is it like that?
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
did they do stuff like that? They have the technology to make spaceships, but they live in Adobes.
But the reason
It doesn't
why-
make sense. A lot of
yeah.
it.
But the reason why we're asking these questions so readily and constantly is because there's nothing to hang your hat on other than the logic of the
I realize
progression.
that,
Yeah.
which is what I'm trying to say is I don't think the data transfer was necessary. I feel like that giant fucking hole in the Death Star in A New Hope could have been easily described to one man who was sent out into the universe to find anyone
Right.
important in the rebellion to just say, here's how you take it down. There's a hole right
Yeah.
the side.
I think you're making it seem way too easy to find one of those people. Like they don't want to be found.
All he had to
And-
do was find the rebellion.
But that's like
He was
their
out.
whole thing is that they're hidden. They're like the
What
French
if-
rebellion. You're not supposed to know
Right.
they're there.
No,
But
but
he just
I mean,
had
Bob
to
has a
find
point.
anybody.
Yeah.
And
Bob
just
has a
say-
point, though. If he could just tell them where it was, they wouldn't have to go anywhere. They wouldn't have to go to the Empire's
Dude.
planet to go find a fucking
but
tape.
I agree. It does.
You know what I mean?
But
Like-
if the Empire caught that one man,
They would kill him before he said anything. He's willing to
No,
die.
they won't. They're gonna put a squid monster in his.
yeah, they
penis
yanked the fucking
face.
shit right out of his head. There's ways,
What
man. They
was
bring
that-
that floating pointy droid with like a
The
huge
squid
droid
monster
with
was
just
not part of the
yeah.
Empire. The squid
just
monster.
one
Yeah.
syringe on it.
One syringe that's gonna.
They'll
hit
bring
him in
that thing in. They'll find that shit out immediately, and then you can't risk that.
Think of what you're saying. The plan of what they actually did is way more dangerous. It has way more things that can go wrong
Well, yeah.
than him just saying.
Wait.
Well,
why
they're a
don't they put
motley
him in-
ragtag crew of rebellious
What about
rebellion people. Like,
You don't need them though.
Well, also,
All it is the
Matt-
pilot just needed to find
Mads
the rebellion.
Mikkelsen, Mads
It just needed-
Mikkelsen is arguably super paranoid at this point, though. He's been under complete and total
Right.
scrutiny for his whole life.
But his
so
plan is insane.
well, because he's crazy.
I'm gonna send a message to my daughter to get
No,
a
it
bunch
was
of
not to
people.
his daughter.
Okay,
It
I'm
was
gonna send a message
to
out
Forrest
for them
Whitaker.
to break into the Spaceballs planet
Yeah.
and try to get shit out of a fucking
Druidia,
building.
Bob. It
It's
was
just like
Druidia.
Yeah, Bob, it's true.
it's true. It's totally Druidia. I'm just saying, like,
Gee, wow, it is Druidia.
It's true.
it's the same thing. There's a shield with
Yeah.
a door.
Yeah,
it's the
yeah.
same exact thing as Spaceballs. Spaceballs
They
literally
made
did it.
Man,
Druidia.
Spaceballs did this first.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Druidia.
Would it be great
Man.
if Dick Van Patten was like, "No, they destroyed my island tower.
My sandals resort.
No, how am I gonna get Wi-Fi?"
All I'm saying, Huey, is that
His
All
cable
the
goes
Jimmy
out.
Buffett margarita
Tell him to
machines.
move the satellites.
Where's
all
my
I'm saying is
ESPN4?
that the plan that was happening is just as risky as just sending one person out, who is under the guise of an Empire, which did work. He still had his cred as an Empire pilot at the end. Remember, because he
That
gets
is
into
true.
that thing.
He says the shit, and they
'cause
get
so
in.
all he had to do was go out in the universe and find the rebellion and tell them, "Here's where it is."
But arguably, the rebellion caught that dude and almost killed him.
Yeah,
Can-
yeah,
Dude,
but so then he just sends
Dude,
another
I feel
guy
like
out.
no matter what, trying to get this information
But
out
now
is
they got there.
problematic.
yeah.
Do you think the Empire's winning because they just have their shit slightly more together?
Dude, the Empire loves huge tubes of vertical things that you
Oh,
can
man.
fall and die from.
Yeah.
With zero
Their
precautions.
interior designer is an asshole.
It's unbelievable,
There's
man.
just an assumption that the gravity is always going to be on.
Oh my god.
Like, nobody cares.
Why
They're
do
like,
you keep
whatever.
your data in a vending machine? It's crazy.
And how come the vending machine's not connected to the tower? It's just
Right.
separated.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
Like I said, the Adobe
What
thing,
possible
man.
reason-
The Adobe thing. The Empire doesn't make a lot of sense.
Oh, man.
That's
Why
what I'm
the
saying.
fuck
Okay.
is the only control for the
Conspiracy
star
theory.
for the fucking satellite dish 20 feet on a fucking? Why you gotta eyeball it when you do it? It's fucking stupid.
Conspiracy theory. You know how people talk about like how in our like we talk about the black government that's controlling everything in our lives. Like there's
Yeah, I'm always saying that.
we know, but people believe that because it's either one truth or the other. Is that like the government either is completely in control or literally no one has any clue what's going on.
Yeah.
I feel like you could make the argument the Empire literally has no idea what they're doing. Like, they're just a faction of several different people that have no clue what is happening.
If they are just a fleet of ships flying around
That's
in
what I'm
space
saying.
being dicks, I almost like that more.
No,
They're actually being
but they,
like a real empire.
What I'm saying
That's why
is,
I like Force
hold on, I got a
Awakens,
point
that-
here.
that
They
Empire.
are barely like they're communicating. They almost don't have anything like other than just lots of money.
Sure.
And
Yeah,
power.
you're just too bloated at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
They gave all their stormtroopers
Right.
no peripheral vision.
Right, like shit like that. Like nobody.
We made way too many clones. We got to get rid of some of these naturals.
They make mistakes on a level that is like grand, you know, like the fact that they have a planet that has one tower filled with hard drives that need to be physically moved.
They need a
Two-
staff, a full-time staff.
But there is no one to like fact check it and say like, you know, we could just make it like this. Like the
Also-
tower could actually just hold the data,
I
and it could go right to the thing without us touching it anymore.
I pointed this out
Like
to you.
nobody's there to say this is how it should be done.
A
Which I'm
big.
okay, go ahead.
A big thing about this is how big that file is. Like, it needs to be specially targeted with this fucking satellite dish and all sorts of stuff. And the thing that holds it is, I don't know, maybe it's like the size of maybe like 2 old Game Boys glued together.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's,
All right.
it's archaic as fuck.
So
looking.
then they download it and they put it on a tiny chip. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
And then they jam that chip into R2 later on. That chip was holding
All that.
all that data. Why was it on this massive holding thing?
Maybe it was just one file on there. I
But
don't
that's
know.
like
maybe
that
he
whole,
did
that,
his research like 20 years ago, and that was the format back
I
then.
guess. I mean,
Like,
Let me
why did
finish
they
my
have-
point.
Go down
Let me
that
finish
finish
my
your
point.
point, Bob. Finish
I had
your
a point. I
Finish
had
your
a point.
point.
Okay, if you go with the idea that no one is communicating and they have literally no idea what's going on, it's just a bunch of working parts that have no leadership, then my question here is, how come Mads Mikkelsen even needs to do anything he did in the first place? He could have just made the Death Star a bomb. Because it's just a bunch of people enacting his blueprints, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So if no one's talking to each other to the point where they got dumb shit like that hard drive problem, he could have just made the Death Star explode with
Yeah,
like
'cause,
within
you know,
2 days of it operating.
Is it like?
Right?
Is anyone?
Yeah.
Couldn't
It's
he
like-
just have fucking sabotaged it?
The thing
Yeah.
that bothers me is like if you watch The New Hope, they
No
say,
one knows how that shit works.
Right.
Darth Vader
like-
has no clue how the Death Star actually works. He knows how to use the Force.
Right. And is it really that implausible that if you shoot a missile all the way through something, it'll blow up? Like, do we need a movie explaining this? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it went in a hole and it blew up. Like, the movie's over. Like,
believe
Jesus
it.
Christ. I've been
I was
laying
never
awake at night for
questioning
30
it.
years, wondering, like, yeah, make it a bomb because it makes way more sense. You're designing the fucking thing.
That's what I'm saying. You understand what I'm
I know.
saying? Nobody is standing over him going, well, he's obviously trying to make a bomb. The dude is in charge of
Yeah.
making this
Like,
fucking thing.
Okay.
I'd buy it just as much as
He
if,
could he could put a nuclear bomb in the center of that thing. Bam.
I'd buy it just as much if it were just a design flaw, not on purpose.
If you can design a fucking Death Star, you could design a bomb out of the parts they're
Right.
willing to
It's
give
like,
you.
it's so tiny. Just,
He could kill Darth Vader. He could kill Darth Vader. Darth Vader would be completely unguarded inside a giant
You
bomb
mean
in
because
space.
he was too
I'm
much.
just saying.
And you know what's great? It's a
He was
round
too
bomb,
much of a
like
pussy.
the 50s.
it's just like, all you have to do is light the giant wick that's hanging off the top of
Yeah.
it.
That's where the Spaceballs thing comes in.
I know you only made the
Jesus.
hole 2 meters wide because that's the size of a womp rat at home. But I got a crazy question, and it might be stupid. I don't know. It might be retarded, but
Hey,
what if
don't use
it's
that word.
what
All
if
right.
it's three meters?
Midget.
What if it's 3? Could you make it a little wide? Why did you make it a funnel? That way it'd be really
I'm
easy
gonna
to-
make this so narrow you need the Force to do it.
Yeah, right?
You
Yeah.
cannot
X-Wings
even use
will
a
not pull
targeting
this
computer.
I'm just saying, with all the stuff we know about New Hope, Mads Mikkelsen character needs more explanation on what he did. It's
Yeah.
like, well, why didn't he just blow it up? They
they
trusted
hated it
him
so
to
much.
do. They wanted his opinion and his expertise so bad, they tracked him down and killed his family to get him. Anything he says, how this is going to be made, they're going to be like, yeah, he's probably right. I mean, we
Yeah,
trust
but-
him so implicitly.
Do you have 3
how-
doctorates in, like,
Yeah,
nuclear
yeah.
physics?
Do you know? Those stormtroopers don't know what's going on.
But Bob,
They're all the same fucking person.
At that point, he was demoted
true.
to the rock planet that it rains like a Tony Scott movie
right,
all the
it's
time.
true.
So he might have been just on those last legs. Like it might have been like 3 days before we finished. And he's like, oh shit. Good thing I made the air vent problem fuck.
The problem is this movie makes A New Hope actually kind of worse.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
It's
'cause it's
a
like
lot of choices.
he was
in
so
New
clever
Hope
that
stupid.
Alderaan gets destroyed, several other planets are destroyed before anybody's capable of doing anything about
You
it.
could have just made this motherfucker a bomb and killed like the entirety of the fucking empire in one flash.
Hey,
Fixed
hey,
a lot of shit.
Who should we give? Who should we give this disc to? Because Darth Vader just saw us. Let's give it to the daughter of the biggest ally of the entire rebellion. Oh, and threaten his planet because there's a planet killer that still works. That we still have. And he might get the plans back so we can never kill it. So that's a great idea.
That's fine. They're just gonna build another one.
You know
anyway.
what? The prequels never made me think any of this shit.
No,
You maybe enjoy it.
this is something I legitimately never once thought about
I know. I never
as a
thought
plot
about
point.
it.
I'm like, okay, they have the plans with that.
Why wouldn't the guy? Yeah, I never because you know
It's
what?
a round fucking thing with some holes in
We've
it. Like,
never,
how
the new thing in
complicated
this
could
movie.
it be?
Mads Mikkelsen
What
is
is
the
the
new
entire
element in
exterior
this
even
movie.
for?
That's the problem. In
Yeah.
this movie, Mads Mikkelsen
They
is
even
the
blow
new
it up
thing.
when it's not even finished.
You know,
We never knew that a guy built the Death Star to be like that.
Right.
We found that out in Rogue One.
Right.
That's where the thing is. It's like, well, why did that guy do what he did?
Right, right.
you know, I
And
feel
I
like,
don't think the movie answers
I feel
it.
like somebody wanted to make that because like the many Bothans died for this, which is not this story. That's a totally different story about them stealing yet another bunch of plans for yet another Death Star.
So you're saying this has some sort of precedent?
So
I thought this was all
Two.
completely original
Rogue
material.
Two.
So basically, Rogue 2
Oh,
is
boy.
they're gonna find the HVAC guys.
But see,
that
the funny
changed
thing
the
is-
plans.
the funny thing is, the second Death Star is still unfinished, so you don't need. It's weak everywhere. Like the whole back half.
No, it's not. It's got a
It's
deflector
not-
shield on
But
Endor, you jackass.
but they have. Jesus.
Read a book, Huey.
God damn it!
Book.
Jedi's perfect. I don't hear anything said about it.
Jedi's the best.
It's a Muppet movie.
Which means it's got more fucking heart than every one of the movies put together.
The Ewoks are cannibals, man. They eat human flesh.
They definitely ate people.
They literally. They have
Well, that doesn't make them
stormtroopers-
cannibals. They're not humans.
Oh,
No,
that's
they
true.
just make musical
They're
instruments
just
out of
normal
that.
No, dude, they
creatures.
ate those
That's
stormtroopers.
what we
they
do.
did?
I'd eat an Ewok.
Where-
if someone
why?
cooked it
What do you
in
think
a minute.
they're doing?
They're
It's basically a
clones. They
bear.
all taste the same.
No,
God, they
no.
were trying to cook them.
Is it
they give-
ethical? They're all clones.
They were trying to
Conveniently,
cook them at the beginning.
When Leia comes to their town,
Technically, they only ate one person, even though they ate
They
multiple
still
people
eat
because they're clones.
people.
dude, conveniently, when they take
That
Leia
sounds
to their
fucking
little
gruesome.
sky town,
Yeah.
they give her a dress. Now, where do they think they got that dress from? They definitely ate someone and kept their
Watch
clothing.
that crack video.
They did, dude. That's totally true. That's a totally plausible reason.
Wait a minute. They could have.
Why would they knit human-sized clothing?
They got covered
No!
in fur. And
John, they
still
gave
wear
her a dress from a person they ate.
They ate her.
They didn't eat a person. Shut up.
John, you look so good,
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
It's a rite of passage in their
Yeah,
culture.
they gotta eat
Yeah,
a
man.
fucking human.
They gotta find and eat.
Wicket almost
Preferably a
ate
Jedi.
Leia.
Yeah.
And then she saved his life, and he's like, all right.
Wicked only ate granola bars. Shut up.
Jesus.
Dude, they tried to eat
Come on, this isn't for kids.
two of the main characters
grow up, man.
on
Understand
screen. They tried to eat Han and Luke.
I don't
They
wanna
were
hear
cooking
Yeah.
them.
Talk about the movie.
C-3PO stopped murders from happening. Murder!
Makes sense. Oh, man.
Why didn't Rogue One answer this question?
Yeah, what's going on with these fucking
I want to know
Ewoks?
why. I want to see Ewoks eating people. Straight up. Toby Hooper's the Ewok Adventure.
Yeah, they never got into that shit. We need a remake of the Ewok Adventures, man.
Oh,
The
boy.
hang glider's like some guy's back.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you see that?
That's like skin.
Did you see that sweet tattoo on the back, man?
I like you.
Oh, their spears are made out of leg bones.
God,
Wookiees don't even eat people.
Yeah.
fuck.
They'll just tear your arm out.
Yeah.
They have respect.
They're civilized creatures.
You think Rogue One was dark? Return of the Jedi is disgusting. It has a fucking sand vagina in it that digests people.
Yeah. Well,
It does.
Kids need to learn that lesson eventually.
Biggest sin that Rogue One commits is that the first half is unrelentingly boring. Out of all the problems we said, it doesn't
Oh
even
my
matter.
God.
If
Yeah.
it wasn't boring, then you don't care about all the problems.
not only that,
That's
but
true.
starting in the first
Yeah.
10 minutes going, I don't like this guy.
Oh, I hate this guy.
I fucking
Jesus
hate this
Christ.
guy.
What was the point of that?
Yeah.
Why is he killing informants?
My informant
He's the main
has one
character.
arm. I take him to the alley that can only be escaped by climbing.
He's like summary executed a dude in the
Yeah.
alley.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. That guy's
Yeah.
a piece of shit.
I hate his character.
I hate him. I hated him.
I hate him.
Dude, he ruined the movie.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned.
He's not even a good infiltrator. Even
No.
when he put on like the Imperial shit, he just looked like, Gary, you really need to shave. I think you're gonna lose this job.
He wasn't even like interesting as a piece of shit. Like,
No.
you know what I mean?
Dick
Yeah.
face.
He's the piece of shit that I hate.
Yeah, man. I'm with you on that.
They should have put like a.
The guy that drove the back of the ship should have been that guy. The guy that looked exactly like him and basically served the same function as being like a human body on the third act. What the hell was his name? He was also a pilot, wasn't he? He was also an Imperial pilot.
Yeah, it was wire too short.
Wire too short.
Yeah, sure. That.
Oh, that's Bodhi.
Yeah.
Bodhi. That's
That's
Bodhi.
the pilot
Okay.
guy. That
I
looked.
Jesus.
wish he had a moment where like Doc Brown, like he connected.
Oh,
when the
man.
electricity went through. That would be
No,
great.
like Clark Griswold.
Yeah.
When he's trying to plug in the lights.
Something cool happened.
Not many people in Hollywood that are making these big movies know how to make teams anymore.
Yeah.
So give it to James Gunn on
Which
that.
sucks because every movie has to have
a team.
18 fucking
Right.
main characters.
What has happened that you can't do a heist movie anymore?
That's what
I
this.
really fucking
this
pisses
is
me
a
off.
heist movie. It
This
should have
is
been
a
a heist
man
movie.
on a mission movie. It's easy as fuck. You have so many good examples of this. Why is it so fucking hard?
I think Gareth Edwards is like an indie filmmaker more than anything. I don't think he ever should have made these big budget movies.
I agree with that.
Yeah, he should have taken that.
He should have taken a different
paycheck
route,
and
but
just set it down on the ground and walked away.
it's hard to walk away though from that
Oh,
stuff.
hell yeah. I'm sure there's a
Especially when
bucket
your
load
first
of
movie
money.
is called Monsters, and they were like, "Do you want to do Godzilla?" Of course, you're gonna say yes.
Yeah.
I don't blame the fucking dude.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Of course
yeah.
not.
But like, what was it? We were talking about other directors that this probably would have been amazing in the hands of. And
Spielberg would have fucking thrown this one in the
Dude,
man.
anyone that wasn't him.
But, like,
I mean,
it was
it's
like-
not.
What was it? We were like, if you could give a Star Wars movie to Quentin Tarantino and be like, look, all the characters get to die.
You can kill
You
everybody.
can do whatever
that
you want. He's
create.
kind of well known for killing pretty much
people.
every main character.
And also, he would have made 10 minutes of talking in the beginning kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dude,
Like,
the
you could have
exposition
gotten
would have been.
It would have been amazing.
riveting. It would be like you could do all the exposition you want, kill everybody, and I don't even know what the end the third
Dude,
act
what
would
would
look
that
like.
even
Like
been?
what would
Yeah.
the third act look like with Tarantino? I don't fucking know.
Donnie Yen would slash a stormtrooper's
Imagine those
throat
characters with
and just
Tarantino.
blew
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
man.
That'd be insane.
Just bounce between like just genre film from every scene. You know?
Whatever. It would have
Like,
been interesting. It wouldn't have been boring.
You could have like a western with like fucking Jin and Cassian, and then go over spaghetti, and then it's just like
Because
a
every planet's a
samurai
new
flick
setting.
With the end. Yeah.
Every planet is a new movie setting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he would have done that.
It's like him
been
going
awesome.
through his own,
His whole repertoire.
filmography.
Yeah, everything he
Just
loves.
like,
Everything he loves in one movie.
here's all of it, guys. Here's a snow planet. You're stuck in one room.
I just,
You're
I
just
guess
going nuts. You're trapped in this house for 3 weeks. We just pull in a month in. You're all fucking going nuts. Gonna eat each other.
Fucking
we
Ewoks are
start.
everywhere.
Fuck, come on. He's
Just
pulling
outside,
out a
just banging on the
wallet.
windows and shit.
Pull out a wallet that says bad mod motherfucker.
Bad Martha, motherfucker.
Jesus Christ. Well,
Bloody
technically,
Ewok
Mace
prints on-
Windu is no Mace
all
Windu's
over the
dead.
walls.
They're wearing
Yeah.
pelts and
Mace
shit.
Windu's dead.
Or he's Snoke.
Dude, he would have. Oh no, or he would have wrote a scene where Mace Windu's spirit comes back.
Oh man,
Jesus.
that was
He'd be the narrator.
I didn't even narrate the whole thing. Oh man,
forced some crazy shit.
that's great. Really, I just
man.
hope that in the future they give this to some more interesting filmmakers.
Yeah.
They give these things.
It just, it's just
I hope
They're
they're
not going to do it
Yeah,
based
I
on
mean-
how fast and safe they play.
They need to steer it away from this blockbuster formula, man. I feel like this could have just been a small character-driven plot, and it's not.
Well,
It's
okay.
a big-ass
Is
millions
it
of ships and tons of people
Question:
dying.
Did you guys expect the third act to basically be on the level of Return of the Jedi?
No, and
because
it
Return of the
didn't need to
Jedi
be.
is still the greatest space battle
Oh, it's
thing
amazing.
ever.
Yeah.
It's still the best. I mean, like this was awesome, but then again, I don't care about any of the characters.
Right.
You've even got Akbar Light in this fucking movie.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I was like, why is it an Akbar,
Why couldn't it be
dude?
Akbar? Why couldn't
He's-
it be
why?
Akbar?
Yeah.
because everybody dies there. All those people.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why
yeah.
their fleet sucks when they go and fight
Yeah,
the
it
Death
does.
Star because
Right.
they only have like 4 squads of ships.
I guess what I'm saying is from the trailers and everything I expected is I was not expecting to walk into something that was like, okay, the third act is going to be on the level of Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, I did not.
I was like, why is this big?
Right.
All of a sudden, it went from tiny movie, and then just got like, oh,
This is like
was fucking
Send
huge.
the fleet.
Yeah.
There's definitely
Release the Kraken.
when
Right.
when they say remember Jedha, and that like never like we don't ever hear of that ever
Dude,
again.
what
Like
the hell is it? Why? What is
What are we
Jeddah?
remembering? It happened 2
planet?
days ago.
Yeah, it's a planet where they fucking that's where they tested the
That's
Death
where they
Star.
tested it.
Yeah, but
Did the whole thing blow up?
no,
No.
just like
it was
that
just like
that
it was like
localized area, which is also they only did that again on the planet with the
Yeah, the thing.
Druidia.
Uh-huh.
So they could have they didn't have to leave the planet. They could have just gone like 20 miles to the right in some of the craft that are constantly walking around and gotten away and lived.
Yeah, let's not forget there's 20 docking bays on this fucking island thing. And by the way, what are they carrying? Just DAT tapes everywhere?
Yeah, up
Of
and
plans
down.
of other things? Like, what are they fucking
They're just
bringing
so
in?
big, man. The old data information storages were huge.
Oh, yeah. It's all, like, cool.
They only have like 300 megabytes on those things, man. They don't hold shit.
Jesus
It's a text file.
Christ.
The whole thing is just text file with like SI text
HTML.
describing where the
Jesus.
exhaust vent is.
Prints out with those two, like you have to tear the,
Yeah, you gotta tear
the dots off the
gotta
side.
perforate the fucking sides.
Remember those shitty things? There's like, it wasn't a Walkman, but you put in plastic discs.
Yes.
And it only played
Oh,
like,
yeah.
CCR cover.
Oh, man.
Down on the corner.
Yeah.
Out in.
Yeah, like okay, so the fact that the third act is pretty much just another Star Wars movie actually
Garbage.
negates all the different tone and everything.
Yeah, it really lost me the third act.
Like
I
even if
was-
it sucked, I would have respected
yeah.
it if it stayed an indie movie with like it could have a third act with action.
Arguably.
it just
can
didn't need
we
to be
just-
so insanely big.
Arguably,
I feel like we're complaining about everything, but
well,
because I enjoyed it on some level.
I
Part
like
of
the
me
movie.
was like,
I still do.
No,
Yeah.
but part of me was almost just like I kind of just wish I was watching Return of the Jedi.
right.
In the end, I was just like, just show me Return of the
I
Jedi.
feel like that's
Just-
what they're going for, though. It's like this has to be almost
The
identical to something, just because it's 30 years old and people like
People
don't
want more of the
remember it
same.
or haven't had that experience in a while. So it's like, I mean, look at Force Awakens. That's a fucking cash in. If I've ever to end all cash.
It's a beautiful-
It's a beautiful rehash of
the
a-
characters are
episode 4.
good. That's the thing about Force Awakens.
That's
is the
one
characters
of the
are
reasons
good,
I
man.
put it above this because it has better characters.
The
than
characters
this
in
did.
Force
That is
Awakens are
true.
good, but the whole movie
The
is
whole plot and everything is cookie cutter. Like you couldn't make it more of the exact
A New
same
Hope.
fucking thing.
It's
It
a-
is.
it's
beat
almost-
for beat.
it beats-
beat
yeah.
for fucking beat.
But it did have charismatic characters. That you
It did.
couldn't
It did have.
shout out.
Like,
Oh, man, yeah. I love
pull
Finn.
one out of the closet.
Finn's awesome.
Finn is just an amazing character.
Yeah,
it's something
yeah.
we never saw in the Star Wars
And
universe
Daisy's
before.
actually charming.
All right,
Self-aware.
is there anything we haven't touched on? You know, I feel like anyone who listens to this is gonna think we hated it, Huey.
Yeah, I liked it a lot, guys. I know it sounds
I
like
can break
didn't.
down shit I like.
Can we
Yeah,
talk
yeah, me
about
too,
the
yeah.
things we liked?
talk
What are
about the things we liked? Donnie Yen and the gunning guy. I don't know
Yeah.
what that guy's name was.
They were
Did
awesome.
he have a name?
Yeah, he had a name.
They all
I
had
still know it.
names.
They
I'll
all
check it
had
in the
names.
credits.
It'd be on the IMDb. Go check IMDb.
Do it before you go in.
K2SO.
Yeah, he
He was good.
You know,
Yeah.
what you told me Dan Harmon typed up some.
I read that Dan Harmon did a.
It seems
I
obvious
read-
as hell that he
I
did
could be
punch
wrong
up
on that. Maybe I'm wrong on that.
Well, I mean,
he
like-
did do rewrites on Doctor Strange too.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
Because
I don't know.
we were talking about the parts that he definitely rewrote all of.
Or whoever did.
Yeah, whoever did that.
K2SO's mouth doesn't move and nobody reacts. Really
And he's
to
the
what he
most
says.
alive character in the whole fucking movie.
And every line, most of his lines are outros to the scene, so it doesn't affect any of the
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he's not giving away like plot points and
I-
stuff. Where
I
everyone
was-
has to go.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was trying to
It's
think
all
of other
fun.
funny lines, and the only one I can remember is when they put the bag over Donnie Yen's head, and he's like,
Then
"Are
he's
you
got like a joke.
Yeah,
Man,
he's
a funny
like,
guy.
"Are you
Serious?
serious?
I'm
I'm blind." That
Yeah.
I like that bit, but
but
you
once
know-
again, a mouth isn't moving.
Yeah.
on
yeah,
screen.
nobody
that
sees
wasn't-
anybody emoting for that line.
No, no.
Oh man,
Yeah,
no
That was 80
emotions.
yard in later.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Do you think that was obvious?
All right,
that
talk
that
about
was
stuff
the
we like.
reshoots?
Stuff we like. We're going back to criticize
I
things
like-
really quick.
I like the I like
Yeah,
the new
we
ship
always do that.
designs. I like the way that everything looked, like all the new stuff they introduced. I thought that all looked well within feasible
How much of
canon.
that though was
You
like new
like-
stormtroopers, but
The new
Stormtroopers,
stormtroopers,
the
the
hammerheads.
U-wing,
the new droids.
the hammerhead thing.
Mm-hmm.
You
I-
like that all the ships had flimsy office chairs?
Dude, they all need flimsy office chairs. It's the 70s future.
Yeah, man.
I really
70s.
like much more so than the first half of the movie. I loved the end battle scene being on a brightly lit beach.
Yeah, that was cool.
Like I was worried that the movie was gonna stay in like a dark setting with all the rain and shit. I was like, we've seen this shit. But then they changed to the beach. I was like, all right.
I
beautiful.
feel
It's
like they were
great.
like, where haven't we seen a Star Wars fight?
The
Right.
beach.
The sunny beach.
The beach.
So we
Yeah.
got like this awesome sunny beach fight. That was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm
Yeah,
actually looking forward to that Star Wars Battlefront level
Yes.
on a beach.
Oh yeah,
As a video game, this is
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a great.
Awesome
I thought this
video
would have
game.
made a great video game.
Yeah, awesome video
The
game.
plot makes perfect sense. It's like Shadow of the Empire for N64, which I remember being
Oh,
a very
yeah.
good game.
Rogue
That's a
Squadron.
good game.
I haven't
Rogue
played that in a long
Squadron.
time. Yeah.
It's
Rogue
it's
One.
They
it's the
mentioned
same
Yavin
kind of
in this
plot.
movie.
It's the
They
same,
go
like-
to Yavin.
Yavin's a pretty big.
Yavin 4 is the base for the rebels.
Right, I know, but I remember that being a huge Rogue Squadron level. It was like
I
one of the
thought
big
that
levels.
they were
in that.
literally going to have people who end up turning out to be in the Rogue Squadron later.
No.
Yeah, no.
But no, they're all dead.
You know,
Some
there's
dead.
two things that like. I like that Red 5 died because Red 5 is
Yeah,
Luke.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Red 5 dies in this. I was like, that's kind of neat.
That's fine.
And then I like
that would have been enough fan service.
Yeah, right. It's like
Yeah.
I
Get rid
wonder how
of
he
get rid
had-
of Tarkin. We don't need all
Just,
that.
just not the obvious shit. You just give
That
it to the
stuff.
fans,
Sure,
like the
sure.
shit that is
Yeah.
so obscure, and it's just like you'll never even miss a beat.
yeah.
When you throw C-3PO in there, I'm like, why would he even get on the ship,
Dude,
then?
Also,
those are your most important
Yeah.
characters.
Those
Don't just
guys are
have
gonna-
them in a fucking movie for 30 seconds. Why are we in 2016 watching a movie with a shitty little whiny bitch Joker, and like Darth Vader has combined 1 minute 30 seconds of screen time?
Yeah.
Do you know what you have in these properties? Like those are your coolest characters.
Yeah.
Why are we watching them just?
I'm not
be
sure why Darth
completely
Vader was
unused
in the movie.
Right, like why
my
would you
God.
have them in there and then
Yeah.
not use them? You know what I mean? Like
What-
it seems really stupid to me.
What bothers me is that because Darth Vader at the end of the movie does this cool thing where he's like just cutting
Oh,
up
it's fucking
highlight
awesome.
judges.
Oh, yeah,
everywhere.
he's
It's
annihilating.
great. Yeah, he's killing them
Fucking
all,
awesome.
right?
I can understand
What happens in The New Hope? He's barely getting through a hole, trying not to step on his own cape.
Yeah.
I wish it
It's
was
a-
just like he.
Is that the same thing
it's
with the
revisionist,
prequels?
though. I mean,
Yeah,
you can't.
yeah.
There's nothing you can do
The
about
prequels
that.
have
Yes, you
fighting
can.
on
You
the
can
left.
just be like, I'm really
Dude, think
tired
of those
after
lights. Think of the
That was
lightsaber
all I had
fights.
in me.
The lightsaber fights in the
I got
prequels
about
are
10
insane.
minutes.
If you watch those lightsaber fighting in the other movies, they're like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
How come they're like ninjas and then they go to being old men? It doesn't
Right.
like. They're,
Well,
like,
one of the-
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense.
There actually is a put forth
I know,
explanation,
Fuck off.
which is
I
that
don't care.
the
Is it in the
Force
movie?
is weaker. Or something.
Oh,
The Force
how
is weaker
convenient.
when the stuff like it's all
What is
falling.
it, libido?
Listen, when you get on in years, you'll understand.
Yeah.
You-
No,
you-
he means like in the
When you
In the
universe.
bang
universe,
your-
the Force
You
there's
don't
not
got
as
enough
there's not as many
crystal in your
Force adept
lightsaber,
people.
right?
Everything is weaker, and that's why they can't do all the fancy shit. And even if you watch Force Awakens, they're not doing any of the fancy shit. They're just like
No, Abrams made an effort to
Swinging
try
shit.
to turn it back to the way it was. So
Yeah.
he did do that. I remember.
so.
him
Like
talking
the
about it.
idea is that back then, since there's so many Jedi, there's just Force everywhere. They can tap into it easier. And now they can't do that. That's why Luke just doing that Force jump, like when he jumps out of the thing, is a big deal
Right.
at that time. Which is
Just like getting some of the old mojo.
yeah,
back.
yeah. It's like oh shit, you can do this again. Luke is actually pretty hardcore.
But then that's like, I don't know. We're shitting on the old movies now. It's like, no, Darth Vader's still badass, but this is when he's like a little pussy.
Honestly, too, if you're gonna do Darth, okay, I mean, here's how to fix the movie. If you want to do fan service and have it not be weird, take out Tarkin completely and just have Darth Vader do all those scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have him
He has a mask.
Why do you need
Like,
so
you don't
goddamn many
need-
characters?
But
man?
that's what I'm
It's like,
saying,
it's ludicrous.
dude. He has a mask.
Yeah,
You didn't need to make a CGI human.
Right.
Peter Cushing did not need to be a
Fucking
zombie.
Leatherface over
Right.
here. You could
If
just-
you wanted to
Yeah.
have him in it, you could just have him doing one of those fucking like hologram face things, and then you can not.
Or just have Darth Vader saying these things to that guy.
no, I'm just saying, if you wanted to have Tarkin in it for some reason,
I know,
just
but
have him be a hologram.
why?
Yeah, yeah.
Why? I mean, just
don't know,
have
he's-
Darth Vader. Then when he's at the end killing everybody, we're like, well, we've seen Darth Vader throughout the whole movie.
Right.
Now
He's
the payoff is that he's just like
Yes,
Awesome
that's
as
what I'm
shit.
saying. He's not just
Right.
some side thing in fan service. Then he would just be part of the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like he's
He
in.
has a mask.
He's in
Oh
the,
my
like,
god!
That's what kills me, man.
It
He's
would have
like,
saved so much money.
I
I'm just
know!
thinking about this.
He has
I
a
get it, man.
mask.
My God! They're gonna save millions of dollars.
They could have called Phil DiColo. He has the mask in his basement.
Somebody had missed birthdays, ballet practices, so that they could do 16 hours of this movie. Rotoscoping an old man's face.
Yes.
Man.
You could have just written Darth Vader in those scenes.
It would be nice. But then we wouldn't have everybody from A New Hope in this movie.
Oh my
Like,
God.
there wouldn't be
That,
96
you know what? I
characters
just thought of
with
all
names.
that, and it makes me like the movie less. I'm like, why isn't Darth Vader
How
just the
great
guy?
would it
heavy-
be?
Why is he just fucking there for like one scene? How cheap is that?
And he says a pun, man.
He says a
But,
fucking pun.
He's a character in which anyone of a certain height can play him. You don't even need to pay a fucking name actor to stand there. James Earl Jones is gonna take a weekend into the voice work anyway.
A weekend. He's gonna take an hour. You kidding me?
Yeah.
That took maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, Jesus, you could just have a laser blast hit his voice box, and then it's like he's not speaking. Now he's only speaking with his laser.
Right. It doesn't matter.
How great would that third act been if Darth Vader was hunting the last two people?
Yeah. If he had a personal connection to the rogues.
What if he never said anything in the whole movie and he was just hunting people?
We don't need him
thing.
to say anything.
We don't need him.
We
I don't
know
even
Darth
say a
Vader.
fucking pun. That's for goddamn sure. And guess what? Just because it's James Earl Jones doesn't mean he doesn't sound 40 years older.
Yeah.
Oh, they
You know,
shifted the shit out of him.
Yeah,
didn't
it's jarring.
Yeah,
It does
yeah.
not sound anything like old Darth
No,
Vader.
no.
Well, I'm fine with that.
He's 85
That's
years
fine.
old.
He's-
I mean,
he's-
I'm glad that he gets it over anyone else.
He's
but
going
like,
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't want.
But like still.
Wait until
Once
you
he's
hear-
dead, I don't want to hear Darth Vader speak anymore.
Man, I
Don't
can't
find a
wait.
way. You don't do it.
I can't wait to
there's
hear
a million
Optimus Prime.
voice sound
Anybody
alerts
can
out
do
there.
that.
But I don't want to hear it. I just don't.
Yeah.
We don't need it. We have
Wow.
enough Darth Vader. Christ, we got
There's-
6 movies. of
Look,
Darth
Bob,
Vader.
that's never gonna fly, man.
I know.
That's like there's
Well, in
always
that
gonna
case,
be
then
more.
why wasn't this just a Darth Vader
Yeah.
movie?
You were
This
just
should-
arguing that this movie needs more Darth Vader.
No, but I was saying after he dies, or James Earl Jones is still alive.
Sure.
Why not give him
Uh-huh.
a full role where he
Right.
is? You know, I just
Bob, you know when James Gunn shot all those cameos for Stan Lee, so they have
Yeah.
like 5 or 6 banked? I think he just said vowel phrases and consonant
yeah.
phrases.
Yeah.
They just got CGI
Excelsior.
his head onto like a fucking like old lady. It's not even gonna matter.
So there's like a hut in the woods where James Earl Jones spends weeks just saying phrases that they think they might need. at some point.
He's just reading magnetic poetry boxes.
right. The is
Hey.
but door. It's just saying
Luke,
words. Yeah.
disappoint me.
God.
Just
Yeah,
phrasing.
okay, well, that might be the thing I hate the most about the movie now. So there you go.
All right.
We
got
found it.
We found
did
it.
it.
We got to the bottom of it.
We found
Finally.
it through discussion. Is that
Very good.
that Tarkin is not Darth Vader. That's it.
Yeah.
also, the
no,
main character
think
is
about
the
a
Black Widow, whose
logical
name we
reason
don't
why
know.
you couldn't write that. He's more powerful than Tarkin in the fucking Empire.
So Bob, if you made this movie, Tarkin would be Vader,
I'm not making.
and Mads Mikkelsen would be 5 characters.
he would be his story would be the movie.
Yeah, he would remove 5 characters.
And Tarkin wouldn't be in there.
no,
Yeah, and that's it.
that's it.
Darth Vader would be the villain. I mean, it happens 20 minutes before A New Hope. Why wouldn't Darth Vader be the villain? It's literally like, and now A New Hope.
Yeah. What's he been doing between that and episode 3?
The guy was like, this happens while Darth Vader is eating lunch. It's like, you
He's
know what I
hanging
mean?
out in a massage tube.
It literally is just A New Hope point, just the right,
I bet
right here.
I bet I could fix this so you'll like it. Okay. This
go
is
ahead.
New Hope. Mad Mikkelsen, they got to smuggle him out, right?
Yeah.
So they have the 2 characters, Donnie Yen and his machine gun buddy, but they are rival bounty hunters. And they have to get him, and they have to get him to California by Friday.
California?
Otherwise,
What?
it's a midnight run.
Oh,
So-
right.
They can't put him in the
Because it
Little
only
Miss America
takes-
pageant.
Yeah,
I mean, yes, do a midnight run in Star Wars.
yeah.
That's
And
be fine.
Yaphet Kotto could play himself.
We're getting midnight
because
run
his
in
name
the
sounds like
MCU,
that.
so why not
Yeah,
do it
yeah.
in Star Wars? So there you
Thor
go.
3.
Right.
Oh man,
Yeah, but
I'm excited
why
for
not?
that.
I can wait
love
for
that
it.
movie.
I'm not going to say I can't wait because then I'll be disappointed.
Are you guys excited for the Han Solo
can wait.
movie?
I don't know. Marvel movies
No.
don't really disappoint you as much, right?
They don't. But they're like, they hit this exact level of quality, I feel like, lately. You know what I mean? Where it's like, it's competently done, but it's not that memorable.
The characters are there.
The characters are definitely
Yeah.
there.
That's really the thing about this movie is that it's the characters aren't there.
Yeah.
Like, the droids is funny.
Well,
and
the advantage of Marvel movies is they've been written by hundreds of writers, and they've figured it out after a way. So, like Marvel, it's all planned out for you. You have 50
Not that I wanna
years
compare
of
them.
books.
Oh yeah.
You have 50
feel like,
years of
Although
books
this
to
is-
pull
I mean, this
from.
is Disney's like strategy from here on out in terms of movies.
Well,
yeah,
Star
these
Wars
movie
is-
universes.
When-
Movie
when
universes.
you have
yeah.
like cinematic universes, I'd say Star Wars and Marvel are kind of the two
Owned by the same
high
company.
points that are owned by the same company, but they are the two pinnacles of how it's done.
Well, then James Bond.
James Bond, yeah,
That's been longer.
And
running. That's way more entries.
DCU. I mean, let's not forget it.
I know,
Just because it sucks doesn't mean it's not happening.
Only 3 entries, and they're all
I'm not saying it's not
fucking
happening.
What
It's
about the
just not
Universal
good.
monster movies, guys?
Oh
right.
man, if they ever decide which ones are included and then make them.
The Mummy.
Dude, the
Right, I've been
Mummy
hearing
movie
about that for
looks
5
nuts.
years.
Dracula
Can't you wait
wasn't Dracula
until
Untold
Lagoon
part of it?
or whatever?
Was
the
it?
fuck
Was
they're
it? Is
gonna
it? Wait, I thought it didn't. There's like a Frankenstein one too, right?
I thought no.
make? I thought I Frankenstein, right?
No. That wasn't in it. But I thought Dracula Untold was the first one of
No,
that.
that's not. I
That's
Frankenstein is.
This is a mess.
Oh my god.
That's what. Okay, so we've been given completely opposite information about the
here.
universe. We're gonna go ahead and not count the Universal
they're
Monster
both-
Universe because it's
Count
bullshit.
and Benicio del Toro's werewolf.
There's at least 4 versions of the werewolf
Yeah.
that are up for grabs.
Guys,
Jesus Christ.
Jack Nicholson is also continuity.
let's make these public domain
Doesn't-
movie
Michael J. Fox.
characters.
Okay.
J. Fox and
Doesn't everything we're talking about here make it sadder that we all don't like Rogue One a little more? Because Rogue One should have been that movie that's part of this, but also you can kill everybody, and it's not part of the main storyline. Like, I want to like it so much more because of all the things
This
we're saying.
felt like
You
it took
know?
less chances than a normal Star Wars movie in terms of story and
Which
character.
doesn't make any sense. Cause
It doesn't, because they could have done
could've
whatever the fuck
anything.
they wanted.
It really could have done
And it
anything.
really just did a bunch of like cutesy fucking stuff for fans, and then a really bland ass story of just like get from A to B. Except like, God, it just takes so fucking long to figure out what that plan even is.
It just shouldn't
The beginning
be.
is so
Why is
goddamn convoluted.
boring is just the worst thing it could have
It's
been.
just
Yeah, it really
fucking
is.
shake and bake mixes of plots and formulas. It fucking sucks.
Yeah, I
It's
was
like
telling
this
you, like I said
doesn't
in
taste
theater.
like fried chicken, for fuck's sake.
Like I told you in the theater, I'm like, this scene's from Winter Soldier. This scene is from like
Yeah.
Force, like or some other Star Wars movie. It's just like lifted almost wholesale. It's just like, all right, well, cool. Like if I gave a fuck about these characters, it would be fine. But it's like these plot contrivances don't work just on their own. They're just a means to tell a good story, and you're just not. You're just saying
Telling a
plot
story.
points with whoever happens to be on camera at the time.
Yeah.
We're
It's
really,
just- it really doesn't hang together,
dude.
man.
You know what though? The bill of sale, man, was sold to some people hardcore. Man, there's people out there saying that they think it's their favorite Star Wars movie ever.
Well, yeah,
it's
I mean,
it's
that's gonna
like nigh
happen.
perfect. I've read that shit. You know, it's fine if they
Yeah,
love it.
Great, good.
If that's
I'm
what
glad
they
people
want,
like it. I mean, sure.
If they want those kind of characters and stuff from their Star Wars movies, I guess. My question is, are you a Star Wars fan then? Because Star Wars
Oh
is
man!
Ouch.
no,
Wow!
no.
Shots
Bob,
fired.
what are you trying to do to
Internet
us,
just
man?
blew up.
Well, no, I'm serious. Star Wars is for kids. It
Have
always
your
was.
Dad burn down your
Oh.
dreams.
Comic books are for dorks
Yeah.
and children.
Get out of your mom's basement, neckbeard.
Get a
Star
real
Wars
job. They
for
don't
kids.
exist.
Star Wars is for kids. Let's all deal with that for a second, because it's been true for 40 years.
Sorry, your baby plot is really fun. Because you decided to throw
Well,
trivia
okay,
on
doesn't that
everything.
leave the gaping wound of this movie open? Because it's like, we're going to make an adult movie. And now, if you make an adult movie, then I can actually rip it apart. Because if you make a kid's movie, then
Come
it's
on.
like, you know.
This is not an adult movie. If this is an
They
adult movie,
think it
somebody
is.
would be fucking in it.
But they think it is.
Yeah,
There's no
nobody-
excuse.
They think
Yeah, but
it is.
nobody fucks in major movies anymore.
They fucking Star Wars.
Who
They
fuck-
fucking Empire. They
what?
fucking Return of the Jedi.
Name one movie
Give me
in
some people who fuck.
2016 that was. Wait a minute.
Throw
Name
some
one
fucking.
movie from 2016, a major release that actually had fucking in it.
It'd be great. At least imply. I'm not saying like hardcore full frontal,
No,
but
you wanna
Jesus Christ, you have two charismatic
Full
young
penetration.
adult leads, and they don't fall in love or anything. Why
Nobody
does that not
fucks
happen
in
anymore?
movies anymore. Don't you
It
know?
sucks. Why
Nobody.
not? They blow up 80 billion people. They kill so many goddamn people. I'm not talking about main characters, but just stormtroopers shot, rebellion people shot, people blown up, people set on fire. Can I have two people fuck for a minute?
Imagine.
Yes.
Imagine.
God damn it.
Weird way.
How about this? Just imagine, let's take Tarantino out of the running for a second. Imagine Paul Verhoeven's
Oh,
Rogue One.
Yes,
That'd be
Imagine
awesome.
that.
That's
That
exactly
would be
what
an
I want.
adult fucking movie.
Oh my
Him
God.
or Luke Besson.
Something like that.
Oh,
Yes.
man.
Something like that is what I was
That would be
thought I
fucking
was walking
awesome.
into.
Paul Verhoeven would have 2 scenes where they're walking from one brothel to another brothel.
Yeah.
Man.
They're
That'd
like,
be
probably
so
see-
awesome.
Christ, you
Dude.
probably
Look,
see
that
Darth Vader's
werewolf is
penis.
fucking the keyboard player. the keyboard player for Return of the Jedi. That werewolf.
Well, he's got the drug
the
connection.
blue dude.
Yeah.
What's that guy's name? Max Rebo.
Yeah, those aren't ears.
What's
I'll
the
just
number-
tell you that right
Number
now.
one reason to hate Rogue One is Paul Verhoeven wasn't involved. That's it. There it is.
There we go.
We found it.
Man.
Finally.
That would be so
Dude,
awesome.
that's such a good movie in my head.
No, man,
It's
that's
so
like
good.
blowing my mind.
It's so good.
Oh, man.
Get
Just,
Schwarzenegger
like,
in there.
vigorously
Just-
Vader next
Have
to-
Schwarzenegger be like the bad guy in that white fucking like suit. You know, like
Fucking, the end of the movie is 2 people vigorously dry humping in 2 inches of water.
have an Ewok with 3 tits.
Don't touch the middle one.
Yup.
Oh, shit. Vader walks into like a boardroom. He's like, "You have 30 seconds to comply." Like, you didn't tell us to do anything. Like,
Right?
shit, doors closed.
Would be a great scene if like Darth Vader's at a long table and there's somebody that disappointed him, and the entire time he's like force jerking him. He's just like, "Why am I aroused? Oh no, I'm aroused! Why am I aroused by my boss?
So he gains
This
leverage
is
over
so
people.
weird."
They would never put money into that movie.
Oh my god!
Man, nobody's ever
Darth
made
Vader-
it.
Nobody's
Force-
ever making that
You
movie.
could, but
Leia going to town on
Look,
Han
here's
Solo
you know
in a
what,
pool.
though? Okay,
we're acting like this never appeared in a movie.
but no, hold on a
You
second.
can go on Pornhub right
If
now.
you said I want to
Yeah.
make a Star Wars movie, and that third act had to be the budget of like 3 or 4 movies, right? I mean,
Easily.
that, easily.
Easily.
If you said I just want, because like Total Recall doesn't have a scene really like that level. You know what I mean?
Not even close.
You said I just want to make this version of this movie where the third act is just it's a movie. It doesn't go like at the end. You know?
Everybody on Earth must die.
Right. There's none of that shit. But I get to do anything I want. I'm not going to spend any of your money, but I get to do anything I want.
Never. Man.
I want to see that movie.
We'll never
I wanna
see an
the movie where they're
R-rated
like,
Star Wars
all right, no
movie."
spaceships and shit, but I get to do anything. And you just give me 60 mil. That's it. 60 mil, get to do anything I want. That's the Star Wars movie I want to see.
Well,
That's not a Star Wars
We got
movie
plenty
then.
of
It's
chances.
basically
No,
just-
but it's one of these Star Wars stories.
well, if
Yeah.
It's one of these Star Wars stories.
Yeah,
That's
no,
Huey. That's what I'm
Diablo.
saying.
okay,
He's
if
giving
he
him
can,
a
if it's
Wookiee
set in
cookie.
that same universe, but it's not like madness, like you can't, because
Dude, Darth Vader killed a bunch of kids.
I know he
He
did.
cut kids in half while they were staring at
No,
him.
I'm just
crying.
saying, like,
I think you can do anything.
we can't have people fuck anymore.
Yeah.
No, not fucking.
no,
That's disgusting.
please, no.
Christ said no fucking on camera. That's no.
You can make out with your sister.
I bet Darth Vader even knocked off the blast helmet so they had to look him in the eye. What a prick.
Yeah.
That's weird, man.
What? What's weird about it? He killed children.
Don't guilt me for it being weird, man. You're just
He killed children because
Yeah.
another dude had
I'm
sex
sorry,
with his
younglings.
woman.
Can we call them younglings?
Younglings.
Younglings.
That shouldn't be forgotten.
Because
Yeah.
they're not all human.
Yeah,
Is that why they're called
Yeah, that's why
younglings?
they're called
Okay.
Some of them are just
It's
small
not just a
people.
really, really stupid word. That
No,
they
it's
decide to call
because they're
children?
alien
Okay.
children
Gotcha.
and stuff. So
All
they're
right.
just
No,
young
It's
things.
what you'd call chicken
Okay.
nuggets in a low grade like southern franchise.
Yeah.
All
Chicken
right.
franchise.
They don't get old enough to cut their beaks off.
Fingerlings. Yeah.
That's. Is there anyone that wants to say anything else? I mean, we pretty much.
we've kind of tore apart. Even
Yeah,
A lot of people fucking adore this movie.
yeah, man, they do.
So,
it's
We have friends that we saw it with that think it's like damn near perfect.
I
So
feel
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they're wrong. I mean,
no, of course
if
not.
you enjoyed those characters, I can't. I don't think it's wrong. It's just I don't get it.
yeah,
I don't get it.
I'm just sad that you have a real cool female action protagonist and you can't really beat the Ripley archetype. You just sort of kind of make the same old shit. It's like
Dude, she's nowhere close to Ripley.
she's not even there's no reason to make her
She's
a
not even
girl.
Alien 4 Ripley. I mean,
No.
she doesn't even make
What I'm
meet
saying
that
is
level.
Ripley is the tip top of female action movie archetypes.
No one's arguing.
And nobody's been able to do anything with that at all. Like all they can do is make bland action heroes that don't even have to be a woman. It could be anything. It could be a goddamn brick of tofu.
She could have been an alien.
Yeah.
Her humanity has nothing to do with the movie.
Yeah.
She literally could have been
Her relationship
a
with her
stapler.
father is barely anything.
Yeah.
Guardians did it better with his just reaching for his mom while she's dying of cancer. That's like barely anything too, but it works.
Guardians.
She should have died near an explosion
Yeah.
and not have been singed by said explosion.
All right. Yeah. That definitely.
That bugged somebody else, right? Mads
What?
Mikkelsen looked completely fine when he was laying there.
Dude, there's so many
You know,
other
he had his
things.
He was
to-
blown up by a fucking missile, and he looked fine.
Hey, listen, concussion injuries are very internal.
I have like a.
He was wearing a dentist
it internal
costume,
bleeding?
a vinyl dentist costume. Clearly, that would have shielded him from so many
Also,
wounds.
he's Mads Mikkelsen. You see his face. He's not getting killed normally.
Yeah.
Guy could probably dip himself in the lava
He's
and
the
be okay.
fucking Lizard King.
All
Yeah.
right, well, fine, I guess.
He
I don't
looked
know,
more-
he's supposed to die.
He
What
looks
do you
more
want
like
me
an
to say?
alien than
I don't know.
aliens in the movie. Okay. Whatever.
All right.
All right,
well,
that's it. I
fine.
mean,
it's fine.
Oh my God,
Man.
we
One
got
day-
you to resign. It's fine.
It's
you sound
fine.
like you're 20 years older than all of us.
You do, man. You sound just like.
Hey, could you say a couple lines from On Golden Pond for us?
You old poop.
I pick my strawberries.
I'm attracted to my own daughter.
I love
Thanks
my
for
vagina.
reinterpreting On Golden Pond for me.
Yeah. All right. That's it. We've talked way too long about this.
Yeah.
We have to
We got on a
stop.
lot of tangents on this one.
But don't we
Well, there
have-
is. I mean,
We had some good times. talking about it.
everyone in the world will see this movie. So
Yeah.
This will be universally hated.
See, that's
this
a-
podcast.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
We're gonna
Me
lose
and
some friends
Huey
out of
said we liked it.
I
though.
did like the movie.
I liked the
I
movie.
can criticize the things I like, and
But
I
now
do see
that-
problems. with
Now
it.
that Darth Vader's not the main villain and Paul Verhoeven didn't direct it, I kind of don't like it. Those two reasons are enough for me to be like, well,
I just
I
wish
feel like my mom could watch this movie and be like, how come Darth Vader wasn't the villain the
Why?
whole time?
Right?
Like, somebody should say that.
maybe we should just fill this up with more inflammatory sentences.
Or
Put a
just
lot
so
of-
somebody
put
on
a
the
lot of
internet
angry
cares.
hashtags
Somebody
on this,
who cares,
Bob.
we
And
can
we'll,
say-
Oh,
things.
white male saying something about a Star Wars movie? Well, I've never
typical.
heard that before.
Man, imagine the universe you could go if you spent this much energy getting your penis touched.
All right, we're done.
All right.
out.
Well, I don't know. What are you even saying?
Could have ended on it's fine.
It's fine.
we could
Never
done.
mind, Boba Fett trivia. That's a good trade-off.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Now the fun is over. Farewell.
The end.
Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.